Hey, how's it going, everybody? Already running into technical difficulties. I went ahead and I swapped out to my other router, and if you guys didn't know this, what's going on is I'm actually going to be getting a new router. So I contacted my, here's what happened. I contacted my internet provider, and they explained that I'm using one of their old routers still. Apparently they swapped over to a new one, and the new one hasn't arrived. So I'm streaming from the old one again, but what I'm doing is I'm hardwired into the router, so I'm hoping that helps. I'm not I'm not 100% sure if it helps that much, so we'll have to see. So here is the, you can see on the screen the actual session ID. Let me go ahead and update it in the description. I had everything set up, but then I started running into difficulties right off the bat. So, but so far it's saying that the stream health is good, and that is a good sign right now with this other router. This is the old router. I have an old one, and I have one that I purchased myself. 6W4A3MJY8XXA. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share that in the chat with you guys, and I will go and send it to the Discord as well. All right. And I also want to share the link to the live stream so that people actually come and watch it. All right. I am sharing the link. Hopefully we just don't have any problems. It's been a roller coaster. The person I talked to, I could not believe it. She was so sassy with me. Like, I was explaining to her, I actually had to fight with her for like an hour, and then she finally transferred me over to this guy who clearly had a thick Indian accent, and he was just like, bam, I'll fix it for you. And I was just like, thank you. Why did it why did I have to fight for this for so long? It's like she didn't believe me when I told her something was wrong. She's like, well, you know, she's like, we can't guarantee your internet speed from your router. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm getting crap speed. What am I supposed to expect? You know, I've been a customer of Spectrum for the last 12 years. I think it's been 12 years now. And so if I'm having an issue, I'm not like out for money or to rip them off or anything. I'm just trying to get my internet running. And she's treating me like it's a hostage crisis, you know, like, all right, well, I'll let you test this, but then you have to agree to hang up or something. It's crazy. It was crazy. She was not very good at all. And then, yeah, she switches me over to this guy. I don't even remember his name. It's like Rationeer or something like that. And then he's just like, all right, fix this problem, do this. And I'm like, okay, I did it. It still sucks. And he's like, all right, we'll send you the new router. And I'm like, really? There was another router? He's just like explaining to me that they had an old generation of routers and now there's a new generation of routers, and then I'm supposed to be using the new generation. It's just like, well, that wasn't hard, was it? You know, it took him like 10 minutes to figure it out after fighting with this other lady for like an hour. And I knew something like that was going to happen, which is precisely why I didn't want to call them in the first place, because it's, I don't know, their help center is always is stressful. Let's go over to the Gathering Hub. My internet company is the same. Tried to tell them, hey, something's wrong. They freak out. It's BS. Yeah, it's crazy because once she transferred me, the next guy, he just fixes it like in 2 seconds. He's like, oh, you're using the old... he sounded young too. He's like, oh, you're using the old generation of routers. We have a new generation. He called it like a wave runner or something like that. I can't remember. And then it was just like, all right, I'm getting the new generation router now. How hard was that? All right, let's go ahead and obtain these bad rewards from last time. We already looked at them. Maybe you guys missed them though. And that was when we were having really bad internet problems. Right, I want this one. That's for the turf war. We're going to save that one. Kiar Pipe Crusher, right, I wanted that. Kiar Fellsword Magma too, huh? That's pretty good. Nice, I got two Kiar weapons out of the way. I don't really know how many I have left to unlock. I actually feel like I'm getting pretty close toward the end of all the Kiar weapons. Let's go ahead and swap over to my My loadouts are a mess. I've got Kiara Sword Spark. By the way, somebody told me Kiara is not how you pronounce it. How in the world are you supposed to pronounce it? Someone told me the J is kind of like a like a Jarl, right? Jarl of Skyrim. And then there's still the K. Is the K silent? Is it just Yar Sword Spark? Or is it Kiara Sword Spark? See, I don't know. Alright, so here's Kiara Sword Spark, and there's stream for stage 4. And you guys didn't get to watch how terrible I am with the longswords, so I figure you would be in a treat for today, and I would do that today. Kulve Taroth Siege at level 1. How many people are actually in here yet? It's kind of a slow... Oh, I'm the only one in here. Shoot. Let me make sure I did the session settings right. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, let me make sure I wrote this down correctly. 6W4A 3MJY 8XXA. I did write it down. I don't know why it won't let us join. Oh, it's a... Well, I don't know if it being a private session affects anything. Let's not make it private, though. Alright, it's not private.
So good to see you.
Private session, no. Alright. Yeah, let me post this again to get more people into the session. We gotta fill the session up. Can't join private session. My bad, guys. I didn't think that affected it, unless you didn't have the online session ID. Let me go ahead and post it one more in the Discord. Session ID. That's so weird because I'm pretty sure it worked the last time I had it private. Weird. Yeah, somebody contacted me in the Discord and said it was not working. Huh. Okay, well, we'll give it a minute. It's not private now. And so I'm sure people will be able to join soon. In the meantime, what should we do in the meantime? I'll go and solo the behemoth with my longsword. Suppose I could take a look at the builds and talk a little bit about the builds, right? How long will you be streaming today? I usually do 2 full runs of Kulve Taroth, 2 like reward cycles, if you want to call it that, and then I take a break and get back to work on actual content. Here is the build I'm using. Let's take a look at the decorations. Crit Eye 7, Thunder Attack 3, Crit Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Handicraft 3, Part Breaker 3, Crit Element. And here's the weapon. You can see it does get white sharpness. We also have the Master's Touch. Do we have Master's Touch? Yeah, we do. Master's Touch. So we have Master's Touch. We got a little bit of white sharpness. Looks like we're going to be getting, what is that going to be? 70% affinity? Ooh, no, we're going to be getting good affinity when she's glowing red. We're going to get 100% affinity. The Thunder element is maxed out. We have fire resistance of 17, which means all we need is small fire resist from the canteen. I think it's a pretty solid build all around. Am I using that new Kulve Gamma waist? I bet I am. I am. It is such a good piece of armor for the Teostra Gamma set. Really is, when you're going for Master's Touch with Teostra Gamma, because it gives you Crit Boost, Weakness Exploit, and a large decoration slot, which is pretty efficient for the waist armor slot, right? It's kind of like the Dragon King Eye Patch, except it also gives you 4 more points toward fire resist. So you have like, these Teostra pieces are giving you, is it 3? Yeah, Teostra pieces are giving you 3. Oops, I just took it off. I didn't mean to do that. And then this is giving you 4, so you get your fire resist really high up there with all those fire resist armor pieces. Really nice. What weapons do you still need? Still can't join. You may need to create a new lobby, says Alexander Vincent. Let's go ahead and take a look. He might be right about that. Yeah, nobody's joined. Let's go ahead and start a new one then. Maybe it's glitched. Who knows? Maybe it's glitched. We'll create a new one. Hey, how's it going, Solaire? Thank you for joining. Maybe that Indian guy swindled you. No, he didn't swindle me. How would he even do that? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the new session settings.
You're back.
All right, there they are. I'll go ahead and update the description. One moment. BR3EWQ KJ, that's capital J, KJ2XY. All right, we updated it again. And I will let people know here. Can you hear me tippity typing? I got some things I'm returning to Amazon as well. Let me tell you something, guys. Do not buy something off of Amazon. Oh, there we go. People are in. Do not buy something off of Amazon just because it's an Amazon top choice. That does not mean it's actually a good... it's not an actual good product. I bought a keyboard for my Xbox controller. You plug it in on the bottom. It gives you like kind of like a little text pad. And it was made in China trash. It was horrible. Could not express to you how bad it was. I couldn't believe I'd even bought it. It felt like as light as a piece of paper, or maybe like, you know what it felt like? It felt as lightweight as a plastic fork, because that's what it was. It was just a chunk of plastic. I plugged it in, and of course it was terrifyingly awful. You would push a button, and in the on my Xbox, it would like type that letter like 4 times. So I could press the letter K, and I'd have like, you know, 4 Ks on my screen. It was terrible. And then, you know, the space bar wouldn't register, and it was just really crappy. So now that's getting returned. Also, the wireless keyboard I ordered for my PC gaming PC, I ordered that so that I could operate it from my couch if I wanted to, comfortably. And that was just the same thing. It was just like this made in China garbage. Half the time it's not even connecting wirelessly. You would hit a button, doesn't register. You hit the same button again, and then suddenly it registers. So that's getting returned. Yeah, it really, you know, it made me feel like buying from my local store, because then at least if the product is bad, I can just drive down the street and pick up a new one. You know what I mean? So, whew, it was really bad. Hey, how's it going? Gar1N says what? I don't know what you're saying with that name. Juan Rodriguez? What PC do you have? A $1,000 PC that I bought from Best Buy. I'm terrible with gaming PCs. I don't know what I have. I have a nice one. Alright, we actually have some people in here. Let's see how many people we got going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have enough to start 2 lobbies. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, how's it going, Bjorn Simons? I'm afraid I'm going to pronounce people's names wrong. Hey, how's it going, Zachary? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Down in Front Podcast. Are you playing on the Xbox? Yes, I am. Are you on PlayStation 4? No, I'm not. When is Kulve Taroth over? She's going to leave February 21st. I'm currently at work, but I love your videos. Thanks for creating them. Thank you. I worked really hard on yesterday's video, the Lava Seath guide. For you guys, is 18 minutes long. For me, that was 12 hours. That took me 12 hours to make. It's a very long process. It begins with writing a pretty lengthy script out, creating the commentary, editing the commentary, and then putting it into a video editor, capturing all of the footage, and then kind of making the footage and making the commentary align correctly. And all of that takes freaking forever. It takes a long ass time. And then 12 hours later, the video is done, and maybe if you're lucky, people click on it. Because you get some bad videos, you get some good ones. Yeah, it's usually your fault. It's usually my fault. If I make a very well edited, informative video, it tends to do well. And if I make one that's just, it's okay, it doesn't do as well. So there's really a correlation between how much work you do and, well, there's a correlation between the quality of the video and how well it does. Because you can actually work really hard on a poor quality video. Usually you do that because you're an amateur, and that's what I am. I'm still an amateur. When I make videos, I make mistakes still. But they get better each time, you know what I mean? I make another video. I'm at like, well, for you guys, you should see that I'm at about 550 videos. The truth is, a lot of them have been taken private. I'm over 800 videos at this point, so I've been doing it for a while. Love your videos, informative. Keep it up. The work. Mad respect to your passion and dedication. Thank you, Isravi. Big Vas Mendez, what are you expecting from the Witcher event tomorrow? Isn't the Witcher event today? I thought the Witcher event's today at 6. See, this always confuses me with, hold on. No, okay, so today we get Lavastiyat. I know that's gotta be true. But is the Witcher event actually on the 8th? Or is it the same deal where it's gonna be like on the 7th? It's just kind of like at 6. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sam C says today after 8 p.m. Eastern, which since I'm Central, is going to be 6 p.m. Hey, thanks for joining the chat, David Larson. I know you. You're that very generous man from Norwegian man from Norway? Is that correct? Man, I'm terrible at geography. You'd think I wouldn't be. I'm very educated, but I am not that smart sometimes. Is The Witcher coming to the PC? I imagine it is. Next cycle for me will be in 4 hours and 16 minutes. Oh, right, I should be playing this. So, I'm busy reading the chat. Tracks only, right? Yes, Naga, tracks only. Yes.
You can do this.
Oops. See, the reason I wanted to buy one of those mini keyboards for my controller is because I could pop that screen up and then I could just quickly type something in as if I was texting. But yeah, I returned that crappy little keyboard I got. How do they charged me $28 for it too. Amazon Prime, top pick. And it's just like, what? It was so bad. You guys have no idea. I could make one of those at home by melting like a pack of plastic forks together and then maybe like painting some buttons on it, and it would be just about as good as the product they sent me. Pig farts, distorted colors. That's not a nice thing to say. No new monster with the Witcher event, right? As far as we know, there is no new monster. Yeah, I really don't think there will be. It's not impossible. I mean, I don't even know what to think of Capcom because Capcom doesn't always communicate what's going on. For example, when the Assassin's Creed event was coming out, they didn't really tell us anything about it. There was no advertisement. So I just want to say anything's possible, but I imagine if they really worked on a new monster that was going to be coming to the series, to Monster Hunter World, they probably would have advertised for it. That's my guess. So I'm going to say no monster for the Witcher event. That's my guess. Sounds like a child could have made a better keyboard. They almost could have, I'm sure of it, like with Play-Doh. They could have just taken Play-Doh and formed it into a keyboard. It was really bad. How did they sell that to me? How did Amazon decide that that was a good product? It actually said Amazon top choice. They had to have like bought reviews or something crazy like that. I have no idea. No idea. Really, it was terrible. Alright, where did she pop out of? She's over here. Boop. Spider-Man. These wedge beetles. They're ripping right off of Spider-Man, right? Feels like Spider-Man. Could you imagine if there were just wedge beetles everywhere? It really would be Spider-Man. A lot of fake reviews on Amazon sometimes. It had to have been. It had to have been a fake review. Fake news. Oh, here we are. One of these little guys turning this into a... Oh, is he? Oh yeah, there he goes. Scattered gold chip. See, the Gajalakas are our friends. Drop these boulders for fun now. I was writing a script to a video that I was thinking about making on top 5 new weapon classes that Capcom could add to Monster Hunter World, but I got kind of stuck. I got about 3 weapons in, and then I wasn't sure where else to go with it. One weapon that I think would be really cool for them to add is... Wait, did they drop boulders? One weapon that I would really like to see them add is a heavy bow. You know, we have like the heavy bow gun, light bow gun, heavy bow gun. I would love to see a heavy bow. Of course, and the reason for that is because they have something like that in Dark Souls, and it was a lot of fun. I would love to see a heavy bow is like as big as the hunter. He pulls it out, it has a huge ass arrow, and the arrow just does tons of damage. But your rate of fire is much slower than like the regular bow, right? That would be the idea. So I think that would be a weapon they could probably add. I don't think anyone would be against that. The bow's actually very popular in Monster Hunter World. I would prefer a swappable moveset for existing weapons. More options, more fun. Yes, this is true. That was one of the things I realized is they already have a pretty good selection of weapons, and all they would need to do is give them better movesets. Not just like, you know, you've got 14 weapon classes, but you might as well think of it as just having 14 weapons. That's the truth. Because what you do is you just pick whichever weapon has the strongest damage numbers, right? That's it, just the strongest damage numbers. You don't really have a lot of variety. And then once you have the weapon with the highest damage numbers, you just use that, and then you only have 14 unique movesets. So the truth is, Capcom could add a whole bunch of moveset variety to the game that they haven't really done yet. Are they going to turn this into a piece of gold? Bow staff? Yeah, so spear was actually one of them. When I was doing my research online, I noticed that one of the oldest tools used for hunting is just a spear. And I don't know, it's kind of hard though, because Monster Hunter World already has the lance, so you could argue like the lance fulfills a spear moveset, but it doesn't really feel that spear-like, does it? It's more like poke, 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 I have a shield, poke, 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 I have a shield. That's what it actually feels like. I feel like if you were really fighting somebody with 2 hands on the spear, that's pretty gay, don't repeat that. But if you were like 2-handed spear, right? I feel like it would just be a very different moveset, and maybe a little more, I don't know, maybe a little more aggressive like the Longsword. Like this, chop. Except Longsword is all choppy, right? You want to get all choppy with the Longsword. Spear means insect glaive. Not really. The insect glaive does not play like a spear at all, I would argue. The insect glaive, how does it really play like? It's a really bizarre weapon. Yeah, it's a really hard to describe weapon because it plays more like, I don't know, just not a spear. When you're using a spear, you actually try to stab things. It's more like a staff, wouldn't you say? The insect glaive is more like a staff that you smack the monster with, right? You smack them a whole bunch. And it doesn't have a discernible blade on it, whereas a spear would actually have a blade and you would be poking a lot. You know what I mean? I would love a whip or chained weapon. Yeah, I thought of maybe like a chained mace. So a mace was one of the options that I think Monster Hunter could add. Oh, there's another footprint. By the way, did I already collect this back here? Yes, I did. A mace would be an option. A spear would be an option. A heavy bow, again, I think would have been fun. And then another one I was interested in. Oh, good. Scattered gold chip there. Another one I was interested in is definitely like... Nice. Any more? I think that was it. Another one I'd be interested in, if I can talk, would be like an axe. We don't like officially have an axe. We have the greatsword, which is, you know, they have one weapon in the greatsword class, the Valhazak greatsword, and it looks kind of like an axe, and that's cool, I guess. And then you have the hammer class, and it's not really like an axe either. So it would be nice to have like an official axe class. The switch axe is it's got axe in the name, but you mostly use it as a sword, so it's just kind of not an axe. I'm talking like Lord of the Rings, running around as Gimli, smacking around, you know, the goblins with an actual two-bladed axe. That would be cool, right? Because an axe, what is it? When I was younger, I had a wood-burning stove, and we had to chop firewood every summer, and an axe is the combination of a hammer and a wedge. That's what an axe is. And they don't really have a weapon that feels like that in the game. It would be a blade weapon, but it would play kind of like a hammer. So an axe, a mace, a spear, a heavy bow, all of those I think are fair options. Alright, let's see how much pursuit level we got out of that. Pursuit level 2, let's see who's still in the event. Okay, we have a few people waiting to come back. So let's go ahead and hit up our bug box, and we will come back and see if they've returned yet. Trade yard. Great axe with large sweeping moves, almost like a greatsword, would be awesome. Dual gun lance. Dave Larson has the best idea here, guys. Dual gun lance. Why did I not think of this? It will be like dual blades, except also there will be pistols inside of the weapon. Something like in Bloodborne DLC, a sword which converts into a whip and back. I gotta be honest with you guys, one of the reasons why I haven't played a lot of Charge Blade and I haven't played a lot of Switch Axe is because they feel, I know I'm new to the series, but well, maybe you could even argue, since I'm new to the Monster Hunter series, that I'm coming into the franchise with really fresh eyes, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't been around long enough to have the same perspectives as you, but that also gives me my own perspectives of maybe a really fresh taste of the game. And I have to say, something that stands out about Monster Hunter World is kind of like pre-industrial a bit, right? You don't see engines, you don't see cars, you don't see airplanes, you don't see trains. It has a pre-industrial vibe to it. And when I play something like the Charge Blade and the Switch Axe, those are like the opposite of that. They almost feel like more advanced than the melee weapons we use today in the real world. You know, like, okay, here's this flippy axe. It does this really cool flip thing somehow while still being a sturdy weapon. And it's like, wow, that's something I would expect in Mass Effect. You know, I don't expect a Switch Axe to be in a pre-industrial game where, like, look, here's the captain. He's like half naked and he's selling fish and he's sitting on the floor, right? He doesn't have an iPad. So this is pre-industrial wherever we are in the fantasy universe of Monster Hunter. And the Switch Axe just feels a little bit out of place. I don't know if it's just me, but it really feels that way. So when I'm thinking of like a new weapon, I don't necessarily want another Switch Axe type weapon or Charge Blade type weapon. Just something that you might actually expect to find in the wilderness, like an actual axe. You know, you would expect to find that before you expect to find a Switch Axe, which is kind of odd because the Switch Axe is already a weapon class and the axe is not. Somebody asked, why didn't we attack her? Why didn't we attack her? He doesn't know. Make a video, top 5 favorite monsters. My top 5 favorite monsters go like this. 1, Lavaseath. 2, Arch-Tempered Gyrototus. And the rest would just be, I think that would be the whole list. Lavaseath and Arch-Tempered Gyrototus. Spiked Mace. Did someone say Spiked Mace? So here's one of the problems or arguments you could make with the Mace is that it could just be a hammer. Really could. You could have a hammer looking like Mace, and that would be it. You would just make a visual change. All right, we're at pursuit level 3. Let's see if anyone else... Wait, that's the wrong option. Here we go. I'm not clicking the right buttons. Okay, we're still waiting for one team to come back. I think they will probably push the pursuit level to 4. I'm just going to wait. Oh, maybe they're trying to actually fight her, though. That's annoying. They're supposed to just be gathering tracks. For everyone in the stream, you should know in my Kulve lobby, we gather tracks from pursuit stages 1 and 2. So all you do is gather tracks, and then when she reaches like 3, 4, and higher, then you actually go for a kill. But let's see. I mean, we could just start, but I'm going to suck with this longsword. How long should we wait for them, I wonder? Flying Kadachi, strike bow. I don't know. We could just start. What do you guys think? I'll let you guys in the chat decide. Should we start now, or should we wait for that other team to come back and then start from like Pursuit 4 or 5? Because I highly doubt they're going to get a Pursuit 1 horn break. So my guess is that they're actually going to return. Magic in Monster Hunter World? Ha! Nice one. Magic. Yeah, they would really have to change the... They'd really have to change the fantasy world to add magic, in my opinion. That's a little... That's pushing it. I mean, there is a little bit of magic in the game if you think about it, like elemental powers, hunting horns can like heal you somehow. There's a little bit of like unexplained magic, but it's not like there's wizards. Pacha says killer solo. A few people are saying wait. I'd like to see the Skull Knight armor from Berserk. Yeah, people are always saying that. By the way, that was another video I'm thinking about making, is like a top 5 collaborations. I've already actually got that mostly ready, but I guess it'd be fun to just... Well, I don't want to talk too much about it because then that would ruin the video. So I can't talk too much about it. Yeah, I gotta keep that in mind. Here's the build, by the way, for those in the chat who didn't see it. We have Thunder Attack to level 3, that maxes us out. Crit Eye 7, Crit Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Handicraft 3, Part Breaker 3, and Critical Element and Master's Touch. Now, the downside to this build is I have no health, so she will definitely one-shot me. Pretty sure she'll one-shot me. Did they come back?
Hi.
Nope. No, they have not. Let's go ahead and eat. I can eat anything I want. Somebody used a meal voucher, so I can literally eat anything I want. I mean, I could eat Moxie. I feel like Moxie is a good idea. Let's go with Elemental Resist Moxie. Alright. Since I'll probably be one-shot by the Hot Beam or something. Oh, there we go. Pursuit level 4 reached. Nice. Now we're going to get started. Begin the siege. Milady. She's wearing her little cat outfit. By the way, I never made the palico thing, the disco ball head. Just looks a little too bizarre for me. I like the Uragan kitty. Look at that Uragan kitty. Looks like a snowman almost. Weakness Exploit does not work on Kulve Taroth. I believe it does when she's red. It will work for cutting weapons, for slash weapons, slash damage. But not when she's not glowing red. It's complicated. I've heard conflicting reports. Some people say that the hit zone has to be at 45 weakness, and then I've heard somebody else say that the hit zone has to be at 50 weakness. What do you think of the gala suit? In terms of looks, I'm not a big fan of the way that it looks. In terms of skills, the hat is really good, the arms are pretty good, and the chest is questionably good. Then the waist and the legs are bad. There's my armor review in 5 seconds. Distorted Color says, TheGameconomist, do you have sexual techniques? I wish I had a funny, edgy response for you, but I do not. I'm afraid this is a Christian server. You can't join my Christian Minecraft server with that kind of language. Alright, here we go. The Fury of El Dorado. I'm going to go ahead and eat this so I don't die. Because you know I'm going to die. Alright, can I get one shot on her? Yeah, I know people keep having conflicting messages about whether or not weakness... Oh, somebody made the mistake that I typically make. She tricks you right there. People keep saying that weakness exploit doesn't work. And then there's people that say it does work, except only when she's turned red. Except it doesn't work if you're using a light bowgun because shot damage never reaches a high enough hit zone that weakness exploit is going to work. So every single time I get a conflicting message about her. And I've had enough experts tell me that weakness exploit does work, but only when she's red, that I'm guessing that that's the truth. I don't know, maybe one day I will really sit down and use a build that only has weakness exploit on it and see what happens. Weakness exploit works on the chest and arms when she's molten. There we go. So David Larson saying it does work, but only when she's red. And only on the chest and arms. And that's because Kulve Taroth has different hit zones. When are we getting an Arch-Tempered Anjanath Jurassic Park crossover? Oh my god, Jurassic Park. Did you guys know this about Jurassic Park? I did not know this. The original Jurassic Park has that female protagonist in it, and she was the purple-haired actress in the last Star Wars video, the one that everyone hated. She was like the liberal arts major actress. The one who, she like, I don't know, she didn't make any sense. Was that episode 9? Or was it episode 8? I can't remember. Did we not drop those boulders on her? Oh no! When will Arch-Tempered Zora come to PC? He's either next or Arch-Tempered... what's his name? There's so many damn names. Kushala Daora. So you're either getting Zora next or you're getting Kushala Daora next. I can't remember. Alright, we'll go ahead and fire this. And we'll drop these boulders. Ooh, she didn't like that. Episode 8, we don't speak of that garbage. Exactly. It was... Oh my god, it was bad. You know, after my fiance and I watched Star Wars, we're both big geeks, right? So we love that stuff. We almost like became obsessive with watching negative reviews. I don't know if this happened to any of you, but it's like we couldn't stop watching them. They were so... It's all we could do for a while is watch negative reviews of... Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me, Kulve. She just stops right there. Alright, we got the boulder. We we must have watched collectively like 20, 30 hours of negative reviews of Star Wars episode 8. It was an obsession. It was pretty bad. And it's crazy because the movie itself is only like whatever, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But we collectively had to have watched, I don't know, we had to collectively watch like 20 hours of anger. Alright, Kulve Taroth gonna do her roar? Roar! I don't think so. Then she's gonna go underground. Mecha barrel bombs. Also, episode 8 wasn't that bad. Like, come on, I'm not saying it was perfect, but in my opinion, it's not that bad. Can we crucify Sean Burnett? Is Sean Burnett? No, I'm just teasing. This is blasphemy, Sean. I don't think you understand. Alright. Do you guys want to see how bad I am with the longsword? I'll show you how bad I am with the longsword. It's your boy Tatsumaki. Hey, MMO Mo Tatsumaki. Are you Neff? I don't understand. I'm so don't confuse me with names because I'm actually very terrible with names. Oh, she's digging again already? Wow. Kulve, I just want to make sure you're getting everything you need out of this relationship. Do the parts take damage while it's still crawling out of the hole? Presumably. I would hope so. Don't move, Kulve. I need to finish this combo. Oh, of course she moved, man. David Larson! Oh my god, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the content live streams you're giving us and keeping the game alive. Really appreciate it. Oh, very cool. Keeping the game alive. I don't even have to try. Capcom's releasing so much content. Actually, Capcom's been doing really good. That's the truth. I made a kind of like a complaint video some time back, and I feel like I complained about, they've kind of I feel like they're not as big of a deal now. Some times past, I think the biggest problem was just that we didn't know if we were getting good new content. That was the biggest problem. And with all of the stuff they've been releasing recently, and the inclusion of Iceborne coming soon. Oh, I suck. With the inclusion of Iceborne, I'm actually feeling pretty good about them. And I think that their financial earnings kind of reflects that as well. Oh, good. Did that count? Did it actually take me to a new level? All right. Ooh, here we go. That's nice. What do you think about Jordan Peterson? I think Jordan Peterson is a very smart man. I don't know. I'm trying to play the game and not look stupid here with the Longsword. Was I supposed to do that? Ooh, so much less damage. A lot of damage lost. Oh, I should have tried to dodge that. When is Lava Seath coming today? Probably in the next 6 hours? I think in the next 6 hours. What do I think of Jordan Peterson? I liked that Jordan Peterson brought attention to the fact that you can have this idea of radical leftism as well. And that would be like Marxism, moral subjectivity, you know, the idea that everybody's truth is equally valid, which is not true. It's definitely not true. So stuff like that, I really do appreciate that. And he seems a little smarmy too. He seems kind of like, oh, snap. Please come over here. Oh, it would have been so nice if that rock landed on her, wouldn't it? All right, let's go back. She was so close to having that land. Only Helmbreaker if you have level 3 on your gauge. All right, thank you, James Dice. Change equipment, stage 4. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my page here. I think I'm a little bit behind you guys. Could you try her with dual blades next? I certainly could. I've even heard that dual blades are the most damaging thing you can use on her. He's smart in some ways, but not so in others. He uses some words over and over again, and I'm the kind of person where I want to hear like word variety. He says, what does he say? Predicated? Oh my god, he uses the word predicated a lot. And I'm ready for him to choose a new word. I'm sorry for angering you with my opinion. Boy, you better not be defending Star Wars Episode 8 in my live stream. The only thing you're allowed to say is that it was complete trash and that what's her name is a Mary Sue. I don't even remember her name, honestly. I just enjoy being outraged, that's all. Aren't we all kind of we all have kind of this addiction to outrage now, right? Is that the thing we do these days? Come on, Kulve, I know you want to fight. Oh, shit. Alright. Wait, do I have... I didn't refresh my items? That's okay, I have 2 Mega Barrel Bombs. We'll be okay. Outrage culture, precisely, yeah. But with Star Wars, it's all in fun, in my opinion, because Star Wars is just, you know, it's just a movie. Does he have a... Yeah, he's going to want to start with that. Ooh, you better hurry, she's about to wake up. Better hurry, guys. There we go. Oh, did I not have enough? I guess I didn't have enough energy to finish that. Alright guys, so don't forget we actually have to break the tail. There we go. We just was just saying it wasn't complete trash, it was trash but not complete trash. No, Star Wars number 8 was 100% complete trash with no redeeming qualities at all. I'm just kidding, I'm just being a hater. what did the one girl say? Oh my god, I rolled my eyes so hard when she said it. Gosh, I wish I could remember now. Where are you going there, Kulve? We can't something like we can't fight the things we hate or something like that. We have to save something, save the things we love. It's like those are the same things. What are you talking about? I don't know. I probably shouldn't gripe about Star Wars. I'm not like a professional. I'm not a professional Star Wars griper here. Come here, Kulve. Ah, man, I suck with Greysword. Not Greysword, Longsword. Honestly, I do, guys. Woo! This is, for those of you watching who don't know, this is one of my least used weapons. Yeah, I've used this one like 18 times. Let's see if we can get away from everyone else. I don't even know if that was on her horns. Alright, well she died. Everyone else did a great job. I just helped. Whew. Thanks for the stream. I'ma go farm. Happy hunting all. Have a nice day, Cody. So, you like Lord of the Rings? Nah, who likes Lord of the Rings? Yeah, of course I love Lord of the Rings. Everyone loves Lord of the Rings. If somebody says they don't like Lord of the Rings, it's probably because they're an orc or because they're lying. Okay? They're trying to be edgy. Everybody likes Lord of the Rings. It's amazing. Although I didn't really like the Hobbits later. I felt like the Hobbits got kind of weird. Maybe a little too, I don't know. Something about the Hobbits was very different. It moved away from feeling like, almost like an epic to a children's movie. I don't know. Did you guys get the same feeling? Go ahead and farm these. Not farm these, carve them. Yeah, it was just something about the way they looked. They looked like something out of like a Muppet movie. Some of them did. And of course, like the main characters actually looked much more human. They had way more human features, but then they had the other dwarves and they looked like, I don't know, they just looked kind of goofy. I'm sad because I have 3 minutes till lunch ends, so I won't be able to stay much longer. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Sean. Look at Diogo Gomez. Look at him trying to bait me there. He said 8 was the best movie. Good response, I agree, but I still liked The Hobbit, not as much as The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I actually did enjoy The Hobbit as well. It's kind of like one of those things where it's better than nothing. I guess it didn't really troll me or bait me as hard as Star Wars Episode 8 did, but I did come out of it going, man, I wish that was a little better. No, I was still happy to have anything though. It was enjoyable. Yeah, something about it just, it didn't feel like an instant classic the way that Lord of the Rings felt like an instant classic. And Lord of the Rings holds up. We watched it, me and my fiance watched it last year, the whole series, and it was just like, wow, this is still really enjoyable and watchable. Maybe it has something to do with the actors. Maybe there was a little bit of a different art direction. I have no idea. No idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. 6 rewards. Ooh, look at all those gold ones that turn into incandescent weapons. What a long word, incandescent. Let's see what we got. Gyre gold bludgeon, huh? Kiar Axe Decay. One more weapon I didn't have. And I had both of these. So we'll go ahead and sell all of these. Alright, that was a pretty good run. Let's see. I started... Okay, it's about 50 minutes. Well, see, I don't think it took that long. I think we spent a lot of time waiting. I think we definitely took a long time waiting for everyone to join up. I think that was the problem. Yeah, we wasted a lot of time doing that. Let's go ahead and get the next one started right away then. Okay, I'm changing builds. I'm going to drop some of these items that I don't need off so I can hold more when I go farming. And let's go ahead and talk to the Hubless. Begin siege. How many times have I fought Kulve Taroth? Too many times. That's the answer. I have about 800 hard armor spheres. Upgrading armor issue solved. Got my last PR weapon yesterday. The last weapon took longer than getting the rest. Really? So you actually tracked all of the weapons that you owned? I'm too lazy. I don't even bother. Anti-establishmentarianism. Potato wielder. Anti-establishmentarianism. That's a long word. Is that a real word? Or is that just being funny? Do you like Game of Thrones? Originally, I did not care for it. I watched like one episode at the beginning and it was like, you know. For me personally, it's very hard to get me into any form of media or entertainment. The truth is, and this has been true about me since I was a little kid, I do nothing but play games. So that's, if you guys have ever wondered why did I get into YouTube, why do I play games, it's because it's all I do. It's literally all I do. But occasionally I take breaks, and when I take breaks, I go out and I watch a movie or I watch a TV show. And so when it comes to picking out even a high-quality TV show like Game of Thrones, you really have to push me into it, or else I won't take the time to bother with it. And my fiance kept watching it right next to me, so she finally got me hooked, and we watched all of it. Yep, we watched all the Game of Thrones. We almost went on like a marathon. We were going through like a season every 2 days, I want to say. And we watched freaking all of Game of Thrones up to the last episode that has been aired. So we're excited to see how it ends. Yeah, it was pretty good. I like the realism. I always appreciate realism in TV shows and movies. And then I think initially some of the ideas they played around with, like forced sex, you know, like rape, stuff like that, horrible, gruesome murders. I think when I was first approached by those things, I thought of it as good entertainment. But then I think in hindsight, I looked at it and I thought, well, it's kind of like having more porn than usual in your TV show, as well as having more gore than usual in your TV show. And we already kind of know that those things are shocking for humans. So I felt a little bit like it's one thing to have good writing where you're very introspective, you know, like the tip of the iceberg kind of thing, reading between the lines, ideas that talk about allegories, larger ideas, political ideas. There's that. And then there's shock value. That would be like pornography, violence, gore. And at times I feel like Game of Thrones is just, you enjoy the actors and there's a lot of porn and there's a lot of gore. But there's good writing too. I'm not saying it's only those things, but I'm saying when it's good, it doesn't rely on the pornographic scenes and the gory scenes. It relies on good writing. And that's the same for all movies and all TV and video games. For example, one of the things that Monster Hunter could really improve is it could actually have a story. Right now, is somebody actually... Here, let me, this guy. I'm so lost in my conversation. Who is it? Is it Giannis? Giannis? He's going to get the boot, unfortunately, if he keeps shooting. He probably doesn't understand what we're doing, so it's not his fault. But at the same time, we just can't have him push Kulve Taroth into stage 2. So, yeah, we just might end up pushing her in. Goblin Slayer. I have not seen that. I keep hearing about it, and I honestly don't know anything about it. That's the truth. I'm guessing there's either a bunch of porn or a bunch of gore in it, or a combination, because every time I hear someone mention it, it's always like, wasn't that shocking, right? And yeah, it's actually always been historically the same thing for humans that shock us. It's kind of like the antithesis of good writing to rely on those things. Use the hunting horn. I never really see people running hunting horn on Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. Okay, I can do that. No Arch-Tempered on PC. It's not a bunch, but people overreacted to it. Well, that's just how it is. It's kind of worrying for me because Game of Thrones has done well, showing a lot of sexuality and showing a lot of very vicious kinds of violence. And the problem is, when it comes to creating content, we're at a point in our, if you want to call it like history of media, we're at a point where it's harder than ever to get attention for yourself, right? This is kind of a similar problem we have with the news, which I don't watch a lot of TV and I don't watch a lot of movies, but I actually do watch a lot of the news. And it's felt like the news has become another tabloid, kind of like the National Enquirer. Was Jesus on this UFO spaceship? That's the National Enquirer for those. It's kind of like a satire newspaper that does actual fake news, like for fun. That's what the National Enquirer is. But it feels a little bit like all news is just overly dramatized in that way. All news is so heavily dramatized, and it's because they need that drama in order to provide the clicks needed to get paid. And it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. But yeah, so I'm concerned that you might see more movies and more video games and more entertainment in general relying heavier and heavier on shock value in order to gain attention for themselves, because it's such a competitive environment. Here's a great example, kind of the way clickbait in general works, right? If I were to make a video going, why I was banned from Xbox, right? Or something like that, you guys might actually click that, and then guess what? I get paid. It doesn't matter if the quality of the content was there. The only thing that matters is if you guys clicked on the video. And so in a highly competitive environment, when it comes to creating content, it's very tempting for me to go in and say why I was banned from Xbox, right? And the punishment, if there needs to be a punishment for making too much clickbait, a little bit of clickbait, right? You need people to notice you. And sometimes that means using a little bit of clickbait, but there has to be something substantive. Is that the right word? Substantive? There has to be substantial content underneath that clickbait, or else you're really just you're just making a useless ad. You're making a commercial, essentially. Maddox keeps saying "rip," and yeah, top 10 reasons I got banned from Xbox. Story time. When people make clickbait ironically, that's what PewDiePie does all the time. He makes ironic clickbait. That's okay. And then typically behind the clickbait, he actually does have content, right? Content that he probably stole, but it's content. It's funny. That's different from somebody who actually just has clickbait and they talk endlessly not endlessly, they talk for 10, 20 minutes about essentially nothing. And you could have known the entirety of the story in 1 or 2 sentences. That's not substantial content, and it's not good for the community, in my opinion, to have too much clickbait. But I typically don't comment on clickbait because I feel like I have a philosophy of the community, of the gaming community. I think that they're adults. I think that many of them are educated. I think the community is fairly smart, and so if somebody is doing something that the community genuinely doesn't like, they'll kind of figure it out on their own. And so I have kind of a hands-off approach to it, right? I always take a maybe like a natural approach to things. How would things work out in nature, right? You can't escape nature for too long. So if people are clickbaited long enough and hard enough, they'll actually figure it out and go, I don't want to be clickbaited anymore. And then the person who runs the clickbait has kind of injured itself in its confusion. You see what I'm saying? Kind of the way you have big companies like EA and they're doing microtransactions, and microtransactions are pulling in a lot of money. But at the same time, microtransactions kind of open up areas for their competitors to be like, hey, we don't use microtransactions, so come and actually have respect for our brand. And I feel like that's precisely what's happened with Monster Hunter World. They didn't do microtransactions, and their game is doing extremely well. They didn't have to have microtransactions for the game to do well. That doesn't mean that they don't have the same challenges to try and monetize their work. They do. Ooh, I want to get this one right here. They do have the same challenges, but there's also the idea that maybe some people believe that the consumer doesn't have as much control over the product as they think. It's like, yes, they do. We know that. Like Battle, what was it? Somebody said, Kulve.x. Somebody said, who was it? President of something. Was it Activision? No, it wasn't Activision. I can't remember who it was, but he said, if you don't like that we have women in World War II for Battlefield 6, don't buy it. And then guess what? Nobody bought it. It actually, people do have that ability to make that decision. So I feel like that will happen in general when it comes to movies, when it comes to video games, when it comes to YouTube content creators. You actually are kind of responsible for, like, you can get away with a little bit of clickbaiting. You can get away with a little bit of shady writing that overly relies on shock value, like porn and gore. But people eventually will recognize quality content, and they'll go, we want that, and we don't want the other thing. Joshua Miracle says, Gameconomist, did you see my comment about the augment guide? Would I need... Oh, yeah, I did see your comment on that, actually. I know what you're talking about. I thought about making an augment guide. The reason I have not is because I looked, and there's already some augment guides out there. Look at that. Pursuit level 4 reached. Very good. So, I don't know if I should make one, if it would be worth my time. I certainly could. It's just that the games have been out for so long. I don't know. The thing is, there's many videos for me to make, right? I could be making an augment guide right now, or I could be farming Kulve Taroth before she goes away at the end of February. She goes away in, what, 2 weeks? Roughly 2 weeks she's gone. Is Kulve Taroth immortal? I don't think she is, but she keeps growing her damn horns back. Yeah, she keeps getting those horns back. They're like fingernails. They just grow real fast. Oh, right, I should eat. Let's go ahead and eat this appreciation fest. All right, and we're ready up. Is Taroth Pipe Sleep better than Deep Vero? Technically, it is. Technically, if you've got peak performance level 3 and you just optimize both builds, and peak performance is active, the Sleep Horn is going to do a small amount more damage than the Devil Joe Horn. The problem is there are some monsters where you're just not going to be able to access peak performance, and when the Sleep Horn loses peak performance, the Devil Joe Horn actually is better by a very small margin, once again. So they trade off, and I would say, since I don't really use peak performance, it's not one of my favorite skills, I would say Deep Vero in general is just a better horn. I hope we can kill her in the near future. I would doubt that. I finally got the heavy bowgun glutton. Yay, good for you. David Gonzalez says, kick the AFKs. Oh, were there some people who were AFK I didn't even see? No Sauna, no life says same. Straight says she has Nergy regen ability. That would explain it, huh? Oh, there we go. Just waiting for somebody to push start. You cannot kill Kulve Taroth. She has 30,000 HP, and she can't go below 1 HP. Huh, interesting. Patrick Soderlund was the one who said to not buy Battlefield 5? It was Battlefield 5, huh? Got my info messed up. Oh, where is she? Did she run by already? Or is she way back there? I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments and not playing as much. I'm sorry. She's way up here. I'm waiting for her to... She's almost ready. Now. Yep. Spirit Blade. I didn't have enough to finish Spirit Blade. So what, does the sword meter have to be full in order to finish it? That sucked. Alright, let's get out of the way. I'm telling you, I'm really bad with Longsword. I do not know much about it. I want to get better, though. I want to get better because this is a popular weapon, and I should understand the popular weapons. I feel like that's part of my job, is to understand them and be able to give commentary on them. And I'm not going to be able to do that until I can actually play really well with them. I thought maybe like a Behemoth solo would be appropriate in the near future. Let's go ahead and get to the next rock. For some reason, people always fail to drop this first boulder on her. Bunny says for Mother Russia. Man, I had no idea how tough the war was. Alright, she's going to come forward. I had no idea how tough World War II was for the Russians. I didn't learn about that till later. Like, Americans, we get really excited about our participation in the war. But, whew, we did not suffer the same losses that they did, that's for sure. Oh, come on, man. I wanted to put my second barrel bomb down. Oh, right. I'm supposed to be using large barrel bombs. I forgot about that. There we go. Nice job, guys. Whoever keeps shooting the barrel bombs, he needs to chill out, man. So that's what we were learning when we got the Pursuit. There we go, her horns are chipped. That's what we were learning when we got the Pursuit 1 finish on her. We were learning that you actually kind of have to learn to allow your teammates to set down 2 bombs without setting it off. Because otherwise you're going to be wasting their time. Alright. No, it's going to be faster to actually chase her. What am I doing? Whoop. Come back, Kulve. I wonder what would happen if I used that beetle up there. Can I get forward faster than if I ran? Wow, these wedge beetles really let you get around. I mean, look, she was way ahead of me, and now I'm caught up. Oh, the Russians. Wow, I'm terrible. I jumped way too early. Why do we treat them like... I guess... I don't know. Wait, what weapon am I using? I'm using the right... Yeah, I gotta get the right loadout. I know the Russians have, like, traditionally been our adversary since the Cold War and all that stuff, but it would be nice if... I actually agree with Donald Trump on wanting to not just be adversaries forever. I don't know, though. I feel like there must be a good reason. There must be a good reason why we've traditionally not gotten along for so many years. We have not gotten along with them for a while. Alright, large barrel bombs. I love the way Russian language looks, their alphabet. It looks like something right out of a sci-fi movie. I absolutely love it. And then I appreciate that they love technology so much, because I love technology as well. So that is something I can definitely relate on. And their classical music, if you guys didn't know this about me, I'm a huge classical music fan. Very large classical music fan. That's actually a big reason why I choose the music that I do for my... When I'm choosing music for my videos, very often there's something you might actually enjoy if you enjoyed calm classical music. It's very similar. Except I tend to choose music from like a video game just for fun. Like Minecraft, for example, the Minecraft soundtrack. I should be trying to spirit fade these. But yeah, I don't want to be enemies with Russia or with China forever. They are our adversary because they have very different political ideologies, but, you know, are we just going to be in an infinite war with the rest of the world? You know what I mean? So I've been attacking her tail a lot, and I am not missing a lot of white sharpness, which is not what you would expect. That is not what you would expect if weakness exploit wasn't proccing, okay? So just think about that, guys. If I was getting about half of my hits as criticals and half of them not as criticals, you would expect that white sharpness bar to be going down, right? Because that's what happens. That's how Master's Touch works. That's how Mafia works. So I'm going to guess that Weakness Exploit is actually working on her tail. And everybody's got like a different conflicting message about how Weakness Exploit works on Kulve Taroth. But she is glowing red, and I'm not losing sharpness, which tells me Master's Touch is working 100% of the time. See, look, Affinity, 50%. So the other 50% has to be coming from Weakness Exploit. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. David said that it was only for the arms and chest, but you guys can see I'm not just attacking the arms and chest, I'm attacking the tail. Yeah, what does that tell you guys? Look, I should be losing a lot of sharpness if that's true. I'm not losing that much. So I feel like it's safe to bring Weakness Exploit on your slice weapons. Look, see, I'm just not losing any sharpness here. Heyo. I got that right, but oh. Actually, I can ignore that because I have Rocksteady. All right. Hey, Momu No Nu, how are you doing? You asking me how I'm doing? I'm doing fine. I'm playing Monster Hunter. I'm doing just fine. I take this off because it's pretty much gone anyways. All right, I try to line myself up with that rock as soon as I can because she does run forward. There we go. And we're going to chop on her arm, I think. And we're going to chop here on the tail. Oh, no, we're not. That lava is going to shoot us up. It's called a lava spout, by the way. I looked it up on the map. They have a name for it. I did not know they had a name for it. Lava spout. I called it a lava fissure. I always thought it would be... Oh, no, we only have 1 life left. That's not good. Watch me be the one who dies. Is she going to roll? She's going to roll. I don't know whether or not to drop this boulder. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'm kind of glad because it's just me and one other guy. Oh, somebody else dropped it. You're not supposed to do that. You're only supposed to... Oh, my God. That's not good. Well, hopefully no one else has broken her horns yet. I'll get another run queued up right away. If we're at Pursuit 6, maybe I'll do a solo. I don't know. Panic Dive works on all monsters. Midnight Sonata is my favorite. You know, that's a really old one. I think you mean Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. There's a lot more out there in terms of classical music than just Moonlight Sonata, but that is a good one. It's pretty famous. Alright, we're beginning the siege again. That sucks. People dying too much. That's why defense matters. People are like, you gotta build straight damage. And then they, you know, you die 3 times and all that time you think you're saving by building pure damage turns out when you triple wipe, you lost all that work you put into that run. So how much faster is it to go pure damage? It really depends on your player skill. And this is the part nobody likes to admit. We're not perfect, you know. We get killed by the monster and we wipe and stuff like that. It just happens. So it's like you gotta have a balance, in my opinion. There are ways to add defense to your build that's pretty efficient. Health boost, fortitude, probably protection, definitely protection, fire resistance. There's ways to add defense to your build so that you still do most of your damage and you're still getting good defense as well. While you're attacking, you can do right trigger B to do a counterattack. If successfully countered, you can do a round slash to increase your level. Yeah, that's the, is that the Spirit Fade? Is that the name of the move? I've been trying to do that. I'm not that skilled at it, but I've done a few of them so far in the stream. The Turk says, bye guys, have a nice night. Have a nice night, man. I say you can go all damage if you're competent with your favorite weapon. If not, health boost is good as well as divine. Yeah, precisely. That's the thing. I think that people overcalculate how good they are at the game. Right? You're like, I'm not going to mess up. And then you do. That's what happens. That's how it actually tends to play out. Maybe that's just me. Foresight Slash. Okay, that's the name of it. I'm sorry. Time to farm high rank Tobigachi. Is that his name? Tobi Kadachi. I think it's Tobi Kadachi. For that sword and shield upgrade. I haven't had to fight him for so long that I don't even say his name right anymore. Fade Slash into Spirit combo skips the first Spirit attack much faster to level up. See, I have no clue what you're talking about, man. Oh, whoa, 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 I want that rock. Spider-Man my way over here. Hey-oh, my computer's making some noise. Let me mute my computer. We don't want that. I think that you can actually drop the boulders at this point on her. Let's shoot her in the face. Cove likes to be shot in the face. Oof. She's gonna get moving. Come on, let's just run ahead. Large barrel. Let's see if she goes straight or if she turns to the right. Oh, of course she doesn't move. Not using the longsword very much, do you? Yeah, I'm very new to the longsword. What did I just do? I didn't mean to set down a bomb. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. It should have been a B. Oh no, and I broke the wall. Now she's just gonna run straight. Oh no. Alright, she's going under the... Nice, they got it on her. She's going under there anyways. We'll go ahead and fire this real fast to break this wall, because we don't need that wall anymore. And we'll load this back up. Is dual... Wait, DS? Good for Nergigante compared to those WP I mentioned. I don't know what DS stands for, I'm afraid. Otogear and layered armor, please, Capcom. You know they're never going to do that. You know, what they should have done with the Lavaseath event coming up, they should have just given us layered Lavaseath armor, honestly. That shit's cool. Have you seen it? It's amazing. Damn, those were landing. Damn, those landed. You know what I want to do? I'm going to do a Pursuit 1 Kulve Taroth where everyone operates the cannons. Alright, she's going to get upset. Let's go ahead and craft one of these, and then we can pick up this large barrel bomb. She's going to pop up out of here. He doesn't like layered, but that's okay. I do like layered in a really specific circumstance. It's when I'm doing like... it's when I'm doing a video where it's purposefully meant to look really good. I do those every now and then. I did one recently for the Moonlight Greatsword. Right? If you guys saw that, there's a Moonlight Greatsword mod. Sorry about that, bunny. You're in the way. I did no HUD and I did layered armor. But I don't do that really often. Is she close enough? That doesn't matter now. Let's chop this arm. See, now you can see my sharpness going down because I'm only getting about... Oh, well, she turned red. Alright, she's going to move off. I wouldn't be surprised if she screams soon. Arch-tempered Lavaseath gives lots of gleaming streamstones. Need them to turn in decos from... I don't know if any of that's true, CXCV. I don't know where you got that information. But none of that sounds true. I don't think that Capcom actually said we would be getting... Wow, did we really not enrage her? Is she enraged? Did those boulders not drop? I fired right at them. Okay, she's enraged. She's going to stage 2. Where's Mr. Clean, my favorite anime character? Top 10 anime betrayals. Mr. Clean. Yeah, he hasn't joined. That's funny. He actually joins a lot of the streams, doesn't he? He needs like a reward. Oh, it didn't land. Hey, I actually landed it. Very cool. Let's put on the temporal mantle because we don't want to die. She's gonna move. Oh, no she's not. Very good. I'm actually gonna get to work on this arm. Oh, and the arm is broken. So I'm gonna get to work on this tail. I got shot. She's about to wake up. I gotta say, it looks like the Longsword's actually doing a really respectable amount of damage. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed it as well, but that is some just fine damage right there. So once again, we've actually landed a lot of attacks on her, and you would expect to have... You would have expected my sharpness to have gone down by more. Okay, we're gonna go back and trade out our builds. Actually, no we're not. I'm gonna run ahead of these guys and try to land this boulder, because I think I'm fairly skilled at landing the boulders. I'm gonna run ahead. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try and draw her to the back of the room, and we're gonna try and drop the boulders on her. Because I know if we just leave her down here, she's just gonna roar and run off anyways. Oh. Look at that, she got hit by that lava. Oh no, don't turn around. No, come on, man. Oh my god. She was so close. Now she's gonna roar and leave. Okay, we've got a little bit of time left. Ah, so close to hitting her in the head with that. So close. Dude, you guys... Oh my god, what a waste. Okay, I'm going back. What a freaking waste. You can control her really well when you're down there by herself, but when somebody else comes in, you just can't anymore. Oh my lord. That would have been so much damage if we could have landed either of those. And we missed that one boulder, though. You have to admit, it was very close. It was very close. I actually thought there was a chance of it hitting her horns. Alright, let's go ahead. Kulve Taroth has activated Ultra Instinct. Felt like it. So I really should have the Fireproof Mantle here, not the Rocksteady and the Flippy Mantle. Fireproof is, in my opinion, Fireproof is more optimal for Stage 4, just for being safe. Yeah, there she goes. I knew we weren't going to get her. Dang, man. He drew her over there to the opposite end of the map after I'd brought her to the double boulders. Her body is very small when she's shed her mantle, so your odds of dropping the single boulder is much smaller. So if you can actually bring her to the room, which I had plenty of time to do, if you can bring her to the back of the room... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to just shoot this thing. There we go. I'm running into a wall. Alright. Concentrate your attack on her horns. Make a barrel bomb, large barrel bombs. 1, 2. You better hurry, man. 1, 2. Where's our last guy? You put him to sleep too early, guys. Not everyone's here. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure everyone's here.
Now get out there and show us how it's done.
Ah, goddammit. That was supposed to be a jumping attack. Oh, I don't want any part of that. Alright, so we actually have to break her tail, I think. I'm not sure. We might not have to just because we've already gotten so much done. Seems like it would be safe to do anyways. Can I mount her? Yes, I can. You guys are welcome. We're getting the mount. Nope. Kulve Taroth, this is what you get for being a big sexy lady. Just so you all know, you're not allowed to approach sexy ladies. That is very toxic. Alright, she is down. And where can I attack her where I won't knock everyone else away? Ooh. Uh-oh. God, dude. Why do people do that, man? You're putting the boulders, like, right next to her. Not the boulders, the barrel bombs. My bad. Using the wrong word here. Alright, let's get this Rocksteady mantle on now. We haven't broken her tail either, man. It feels like somebody's not doing damage is what it feels like. Let's go ahead and eat this Mega Potion. Get away from this falling boulder. Guess that didn't count. Oh, here. Oh, nope. I was too slow. Oh, I don't want to get hit by that move either. What are they shooting her with? Looks like that he wasn't even shooting her in the head. Did they know that you have to shoot her in the horns? Could have been wrong about that, but it looked like he wasn't even shooting her in the head. Ow. I did not expect that. Ah, man, she's always hiding her tail in this freaking wall. Oh man, this is not a good team. We're Pursuit 5. Her tail should have been broken like yesterday. And she should be like horn broken in like 10 seconds. This team is not getting any damage out. I mean, we got a full team of 4. He's using the support? Why would you use the support? He doesn't know. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. He doesn't know that that's a bad weapon to be using in stage 4. Oh, right. You can move to the side using your YB. I forgot about that. See, I'm learning. There we go. Her horns are broken, but we did not get the... It looks like we did not get the level 17 rewards because we did not break the tail. Yeah, you gotta break the tail, guys. I'm pretty sure we didn't get those rewards. I could be wrong. We'll have to see in a minute. It looked like we did not get the full... Don't do Kulve at 28. It looked like we did not get the full rewards. We'll find out in a minute. Can you try dual blades now? Have to admit that's a bad run. Well, it's not terrible. It's just that you can usually tell when you're running with 4 people who have really worked out a strategy and they know what she's weak to, and you can tell when that's not happening in your match. It probably doesn't help that I'm using Longsword because I am not a Longsword expert. Excuse me. Hiccups there. YB is the Fade Slash, so this is Fade Slash. I gotta use that more often. Can it be used to go forward? I bet it can't. Yeah, it looks like it only takes you back, huh? Oh, it can if you throw it behind you, it can. Interesting. I bet it still lands just because it has so much wide. It looks like range. It looks like it has a 180-degree range. Oh, look at Straight talking trash. Typical Xbox players, guys. Xbox players are bad. 12 minutes. It's actually much longer than 12 minutes because we did 3 runs. Of course, none of the decorations were valuable. Yep, look at that. Reward level 16, guys. We had to break the tail and we didn't. So we lose 2 rainbow rewards just because we didn't do that one thing. And I think I was like the only one trying to attack that tail. Would you say that someone should grind the normal Kulve Taroth or wait for Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth? I personally would wait for... Wait, it reset, right? Yeah, it reset. I would personally wait for the Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. I would. Damn, look at those. We only get 3 rewards. Damn, that's so bad, guys. That's really bad. I mean, I was playing bad because I had the Longsword, but it's like I still knew we had to break her tail before we break her horns. I still knew that. Here we go. We get the Kiara Dagger's Lurk. Huh? Interesting. Paralysis. Taroth Blaze Thunder. Too bad that's a crappy... Man, we haven't had a nice new longsword or greatsword since the Wyvern Ignition Impact. It would be nice to have one other greatsword, wouldn't it? Use the hunting horn now. So we have two people. One person's asking for hunting horn. The other person is asking for the dual blades. What should I do? I'll do hunting horn. Just because I don't want to set up a dual blades build this late in the stream. I'm going to do hunting horn. So, longsword felt like it was doing good damage, you know, to be honest. Here is Deep Vero. Let's see if we can improve the build at all. What am I looking at? I'm looking at Kulve legs, Kulve arms. Right, we're gonna have wide range 5 on this build. The chest piece is questionable. The chest piece is giving us fire resistance, but we could get better damage output with the other chest piece. So what do we got for fire resistance? Oh, it's at 15. So the reason I go with the Kulve Taroth chest piece rather than the Draken chest piece is because at 15 fire resistance, I only need to eat the elemental resist small at the canteen, which means I can buy more of the attack whatever you call it. Attack medium, I think, is what you can get off with. So it's interesting. What do you think is more valuable? Either, let's see, what are we at for... Oh yeah, critical eye is only at level 1. So we would be bringing our critical damage, I'm sorry, we would be bringing our affinity up by 7? We'd be bringing our affinity up by 7 as opposed to eating attack medium at the canteen. It's a trade-off. It's hard to say, it really is. We'll try the other one just for fun though. Oh, I'm also getting heavy artillery from it. Do I get that if I take the other chest piece? I don't think I want heavy artillery. I think I'm going to take heavy artillery off. That's because it feels like Pursuit 1, even though it's nice to have that artillery, you don't actually need it. Okay, so that's the other chest piece we could take. Let's take a look at our affinity. -7%. And crit boost is only at 1. That's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and remove Tenderizer. So we got Tenderizer on that. And we are going to put on the Draken Mail. Okay, Tenderizer. That's fine. Empress Fan Braces. That's giving us wide range. Let me think about it. The legs are efficient for both health boost and wide range. They're actually crazy efficient. I don't think we're going to do any better than that. What about the greaves? Or not the greaves, these gloves. So we can take double wide range, or we could have Kaiser Van Braces Gamma. We need that affinity, we really do. Kaiser Van Braces Gamma is a good choice. Draken Van Braces Alpha is the other choice. But then you would be giving up the Nergigante helmet for what? The Emperor's helmet, right? So this is max might. Double max might versus what? I'm doing some critical analysis right now, guys, to see if we can optimize the build any further. This is what I do. I don't use Honey Hunter, probably because I'm an amateur. Here it is, Empress Crown Gamma. Well, we would have... It's not worth it. We would get 2 small decoration slots and then peak performance. We actually don't want peak performance with the Deep Vero. Unless I were to bring out the Sleep Horn, but like I said before, I don't actually like using peak performance that much. I think we're going to keep it where it's at. We'll go ahead and update the build to reflect the changes in the chest piece. I don't think I need heavy artillery. Actually, I shouldn't have saved it yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these decorations. This one. And we will trade that out with... What do we got? Bombardier. We'll trade it out with another level of expert. We're not going to take that heavy artillery with us. It's just not worth it. And we're putting that in there. And what do we got now? 5%, so we get 55% affinity when she's red. Pretty bad. Let's go ahead and post. Take a gander. Who says that? Who says take a gander? It's like from the 50s. All right. Quest accepted. And this is a track run. It seems like a lot of people in the session are doing the track runs, and it's been pretty nice, actually. we will have, so take a look. So Appreciation Fest, so look, fire resist is now 9, as opposed to 15 with the Kulve Taroth Ire, right? That was the chest piece. And now that means if I were to eat this, I'm not going to get over 20 fire resist. See? I think about those things. I do. When I'm putting a build together, just trying to optimize between damage and defense. See, look, we only hit fire resist 14, which means we got exactly 5 fire resist from that elemental resist small. So if we'd actually been at fire resist 15, that would bring us right up to 20, and then we would be, you know, good against lava. It's mostly here lava. Yeah, we would be burned by that lava. Asekura Yo says, why not Bombardier 3? The reason why not is because we are not speedrunning, and so I'm not that worried about the bombs as much. I think Bombardier 2 is pretty good already. We would get a little more damage with Bombardier 3, but I'm worried about having enough critical enough affinity to justify using even critical boost level 1, really. So it's pretty bad. Ganders from the 50s. The 1850s over yonder. Take a gander. TheGameconomist, can you do Kulve Taroth in PC so we can get a full session for Kulve Taroth? I need the Glutton Heavy Bowgun. No, I'm just not going to do that. I apologize. I do want to play with you guys on the PC, especially when maybe like a new monster is coming out on PC. I want to do that. But think about it. I have been farming Kulve Taroth so much, I could get, I don't know, like a degree in farming Kulve Taroth at this point. I'm ready for my exams. I'm very tired of fighting her. I don't want to go backwards and fight an older version of her for weapons I definitely don't need. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think I would lose my mind a little bit if I had to do that. I apologize, though. It's very understandable that you want to have me host a session, because then we could do like a track run session, right? Where everyone's nice and they just farm the tracks. And Kulve Taroth conveniently leaves at pursuit at stage 1. Stage 1, pursuit 1, this, that. Whee!
You can do this.
Boosh.
Over here.
Oh, my thumb is tired. I must be using it too much. I have killed Jagras over 100 times in the last week and still got none of the jewels I want. I know how you feel. I farmed them a whole bunch too, and I didn't get any focus decorations, and then I gave up. Because you know what? When the god of RNG says that it's time for me to get that focus decoration, I'll get that focus decoration. Glutton Heavy Bowgun is OP. It is. It's very strong, but would you be surprised if I told you that all of the bows in the game are basically like Glutton Heavy Bowguns because of their spread shot? Now, they're a little more difficult, but they're essentially the same. You're getting pretty similar damage output, and in some cases, you're even getting more damage output. So you don't have to have the Glutton Heavy Bowgun. You could just learn how to use a bow. That's the truth. And I don't know why they made the bows so powerful. The bows are woefully more powerful than the other weapons in the game. Huh. I'm looking at how I got my controller settings set up here. What if I want to put my weapon away? Oh, am I not? Oh, there we go. I had my Elite controller on the wrong setting. Have they alluded to any decoration ring changes in Iceborne? I think he just meant decoration changes. They have not. They have not alluded to any decoration changes in Iceborne. Let's go ahead and grab this beetle. So I can look down at all of you. I'm morally superior to you with the logic and science. Sheeple. Tips my fedora. Grab this. Grab as much as I can hold, I guess. Oh, what do we got over here? That's going to be a footprint. Gameconomist, hey, quick question. Is there a rage damage multiplier? Every time a monster goes into rage, I do more damage with Agitator. So, Agitator is designed so that when the monster is enraged, you do more damage. Here's something you guys might not have known about. Monsters in Monster Hunter World, when they are enraged, everyone gets to do more damage. Their hit zones, I don't know if this is true for every single monster. I think it's true for most of them, though. Most monsters take more damage in all of their hit zones while they're enraged. So you just get a small damage bonus. And then if you're wearing Agitator, you get an even larger damage bonus because the armor is also proccing at the same time. So Agitator is actually pretty strong if you can fit it in the build somewhere. I strongly suspect the Nergigante set's going to give us an optimal Agitator setup. That's what I suspect. I don't actually know. That's what I would do if I was them. As someone who doesn't have the Glutton, would the Kjar Horn, Destruction's Fusillade, or Nergigante Luna Heavy Bowgun be the next best spread weapon? Let me think about it. I believe it goes Glutton level 7, and then the next strongest spread weapon is actually the Glutton Heavy Bowgun level 6. So there's a level 7 version of the Glutton and a level 6 version of the Glutton, and the level 6 version is actually stronger than any of the other heavy bowguns for spread. And then I believe it goes the Taroth Horn. I don't know about the Kjar Horn. I haven't actually seen that one. Kjar Horn? I didn't even know there was a Kjar Horn. I wonder if I have it, and I just haven't noticed. But yeah, so Glutton 7, Glutton 6, Taroth Horn at that point. And then Destruction Fusillade would be like lower than that. I don't know about the last one. Oh, the Luna. Oh, I think the Luna one's terrible. I can't remember it, but I'm pretty sure it's terrible. You don't want that one. Gameconomist, do you have the Kjar Assault Horn? I can look it up after this, I suppose. We're about to finish our run, our little run against Kulve here, so I will check afterwards. I lost 200 hours save on PlayStation 4, now I'm restarting all over. Had so many good decorations. Dude, that sucks, man. 200 hours? That's almost like a few weeks of me playing. And I can't farm Jagras. Yeah, that really sucks. You can farm the greatest Lava Seath. I wonder if they'll give him... Nah, he's just... I'm sure he's actually... I'm pretty confident at this point that he's just going to be very similar to the greatest Jagras. It's going to be a larger, probably going to have like one move, and then he will probably drop Phase Stones, and that's it. That's my guess. Give me that gold. Yeah. Stick him up. These Gajalakas have a sense of style. I mean, have you seen the little golden wings they come up with? Look at that. Damn, look at that. That takes... You think he just popped out of the ground and it looked that way? No, he put that together. He's a craftsman. I played for 800 hours and I don't have one special ammo decoration. Yeah, that sucks. Luckily, special ammo decoration isn't as important. And you can actually get it with the Kulve Taroth Gamma set pretty well. You can get the, on the arms, I think? Yes, on the arms. Kulve Taroth Gamma. That's a strong set. Phase Stones, not Stream Stones from Lava Seath. I'm pretty sure it's Phase Stones. Well, I'm not going to double check in the middle of the stream, but I'm pretty sure it said Phase Stones. Oh, I'm going to double check. I am going to double check. What the heck? Let me see. I'm sure it's somewhere in my history. I'm going to go look up the events now. Wherever they are. Apparently, I used the internet a lot. Alright, I'm going to have to look it up the long way. I'm going to have to go find a link. We are on a hunt to find out... I should probably be picking up tracks, shouldn't I? I walked past one right here. Alright. Get these as well. Am I missing any? I'm probably missing one. And here we go. Alright, I'm on the event schedule. I'm pretty sure it was Phase Stones, right? So you're making me question myself. Yeah, it says right here, try to make it drop a glowing Phase Stone. If somebody's told you Stream Stone, they were not giving you good information. They gotta read what they're talking about better. Does someone hurt me? Or hurt you? Does someone hurt you? Tell me who hurt you. Yeah, I don't know who told you Stream Stones, but it is definitely not in their thing. Gameconomist. So if the monster goes in rage, does it change the hit zone value, or do you get an additional buff? Oh no, it changes the hit zone value. Yeah, so the hit zone value actually improves. It is precisely what Kulve Taroth does when she turns red. That's exactly what it is. I don't necessarily if her molten mechanic is the same as Enragement. I don't think it is, but it's the same idea. The hit zones improve. Man, I didn't realize how powerful Sword and Shield's falling shield bash move is. Someone told me it does the same damage as the Greatsword's true charge slash. That's so much damage. You get to be a jumpy boy over and over again. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, the Lava Sea at the vent is probably going to be HR 50. What's the best light bowgun for Kulve Taroth? There's two pretty strong options. The first one, and the easiest to access, is going to be the Lunastra Styx light bowgun. The second one, which is much harder to access, is the Kiar Thunder light bowgun. Those are your two best options. Is there a way to get my PlayStation 4 account to PC, as I don't want to start all over again? There is a way to do that by using mods. Mods will allow you to manipulate your PC save file to look exactly like your PlayStation save file. However, I am not experienced enough to tell you how to do that. Let's take a look and see if, what the pursuit level is at real fast. 3, and it's pretty much not close. Let's see if there's anyone out. All right, we're waiting for one more team to come back. Maybe it'll hit 4. I'm a little worried it's not going to hit 4, actually. That was pretty close. I get the feeling it's not going to hit 4, but we could be wrong. So, I guess since we're sitting here, we can talk about anything we want. In the meantime, let's talk gossip, guys. Let's talk about who's dating who. Nah, I'm no good at that kind of stuff. Gossip. We can talk philosophy. We could talk about how switch axes don't really make sense in pre-industrial Monster Hunter World wilderness. The Gameconomist. Is the Witcher and layered beetle armor tonight? I believe it is, yes. Keaton Stricklet says, I'm dating the Gameconomist. Oh, what's that like? Hope you're good, Gameconomist. What are your thoughts on cross-platform multiplayer, and do you think it'll be implemented on the next generation of consoles? Well, my thoughts are this. It doesn't really make sense for the leader in the console wars, if you want to call them wars. It doesn't really make sense for them to do cross-platform because you're eliminating the thing that they worked to have an advantage in. So the advantage is that if you want to be part of the biggest and best community, then you only play on the largest console. Oh, we did reach Pursuit Level 4. Awesome. So for PlayStation, it actually is not good for them to join the whole cross-platform thing. It's really not. But they are interestingly being pressured to do it because it's what the consumers want. It's what you want. It's what I want. And so it's kind of interesting, isn't it? So if you want my opinion on cross-platform play, it's very good for Nintendo, and it's very good for Xbox, and it's very bad for PlayStation 4. That's my opinion. And I don't remember the rest of your question. Oh, it was something like, do you think it'll be available on the next generation of consoles? I mean, we already have some of it now, so obviously I would say yes. A thirsty boy, the Gameconomist. Anime Deadpool breaks the fourth wall a lot more than the live action and comics. I read one Deadpool cartoon years and years ago when I was a kid, and I did not read a lot of comics back then, and I thought it was kind of clever that he broke the fourth wall, but I'm not a big fan of the movies. I had this friend, actually he's an old friend of mine, and he's like, dude, you gotta watch, he made me watch the first Deadpool. He's like, it's edgy, it's funny, it's for adults, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's just another superhero movie. I don't mean to upset anybody by saying that, but yeah, think about it. The ending of the first Deadpool movie, he's a superhero with a superhero team going after the girl he's trying to save because he loves her. He saves her, defeats the bad guy, the end. It's the superhero formula. There was I mean, I guess the jokes were supposed to be edgy. And I think that there's a fine line between being edgy as in good and edgy as in They're very clever. I see what you did. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, wow, you subverted my expectations. Very, here, I'll give you the light clap, right? I'm giving you the light clap right now because you've subverted my expectations. So when I watched it, I was like, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. Have I been shadow banned? I've been chatting for an hour and Gameconomist hasn't read a single time. Hello, Squirtle. You haven't been shadow banned. I probably just haven't seen your message. I get a lot of messages and my eyes kind of dart between the messages and the game because I don't want to be the worst teammate ever. Joshua says the bad guy won. What? Joking about how cliche your movie is does not make it not a cliche. Precisely. That's kind of what I was saying. Yeah. Edginess in itself is just... It actually has to be good edginess. I don't know how else to put that. Like, it has to actually surprise and delight rather than being like, oh, what we do is we're edgy and we surprise you. It's like, oh, that's very nice of you that you surprise us. Like, you can't just tell me, and it's really blatant too. It's like the whole, I remember the advertisement, it's like his gun was there because, don't you get it, guys? His gun is his penis, and we make penis jokes with Deadpool. And I was just like, oh, wow. it just, I didn't feel mentally like something new was happening, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like, oh, wow, this is really impressing me. It just felt kind of like a marketing scheme. Oh, I thought I ate the appreciation event thing. I guess not. All right, well, here, let's go ahead and eat this Mega Demon Drug. So what's going to happen here is I'm eating the Mega Demon Drug. Everybody's going to get this bonus because I have the wide range on, and I'm going to eat Might Seed, and everyone's going to get that buff too. So everyone on the team is real buffed because I used Attack Up Extra Large, and then I used Mega Demon Drug, and then I used a Might Seed. And that's really what I think that Hunting Horn does best. Sadly, it's kind of, in my opinion, Hunting Horn is a little repetitive. You're just a big damage buff for the team. Look at my attack value, 1,315. And what's nice is that I've given everybody a large attack buff with the Hunting Horn. That's really how it stands out in multiplayer, in my opinion. So let's see. She went through there. That means she's coming out of this hole over here. There she is. Boop. I want to hear people pulling their hair out because I didn't say nice things about Deadpool. Deadpool is very edgy. I think I said this earlier in the stream. I just don't watch a lot of movies. Aw, who broke the wall? Somebody broke the damn wall. So you can see what I have up there is I have the Attack Up Extra Large buff queued. Oh, and when it turns to Attack Large, that means it's time for me to actually use it. Here she goes. She's mad. See if we can drop these boulders on her before she gets away. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, see, the Attack Up is now Attack Up Large. That means the buff has ended. And what I can do is I can eat another Might Seed, and I can get that Attack Up Large out again for my whole team. There we go. I didn't jump too early that time. We'll go ahead and eat that Might Seed right now. Why not? Second area reached. How do you roll sound so well? Never works for me. I'm telling you, it's only because I've fought her like 5 bazillion times. That's it. Like, if she's going to do it again, I'll probably be able to roll it. See? It's just from fighting her like a gazillion times. It really is. That's all it is. Oops. I did not mean to get tagged by that. Guess I was too close there. Movement speed. There's the Attack Up Large. And look, now this is called an Encore. We're doing we doubled it. So it's a second performance. Alright, and so now everyone has lots of damage. Let's take a look at my damage. 1,500. So you know if my damage is going up, everyone's damage is going up. Do I not have health regen? I figured I would have health regen. Oh, that's broken. It's kind of amazing when you get all of the buffs out with your Hunting Horn, because you will actually notice that it just seems like everyone's doing more damage. Alright. And honestly, in the past, I used to care a lot about the defensive buffs on the horn. Now I don't really care about them. I really just care about the attack up buff. That's about it. There we go. I got a little running attack there. Or jumping attack. Try to get some of this mount damage on her. Look, we can give everyone the health boost if we wanted. It's actually very easy to do nothing but focus on attack up. And it's very powerful too, because it's the most meaningful buff. Alright, health boost extended. So now if anyone didn't build Vitality, what happens is now they're getting the effects of Vitality, essentially. That's what that is. So I helped out anyone who didn't have Vitality. She doesn't have any wind pressure attacks, so that's not going to help at all. Oh, damn, I did not think that was going to hit me. I was going to try and smack her on the head. Alright, also because I have the wide range, I can always use this whenever I drink a potion. I'm always going to be healing everyone else up. That's kind of nice. Oh, 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 oh. Get away from that. I don't think it gives Vitality. I thought it does. I think it does, actually. It's not that it gives Vitality, but it basically replaces it if your team didn't have Vitality built. So it gives it has the same effect, is what I'm saying, is it raises their health up to what it would have been if they had taken Vitality. I thought it did. If I'm wrong, somebody else should also chime in. But I'm pretty sure that's what it does. If you already have Vitality, I know that it doesn't have any effect. Alright, now everyone has defense extra large. You know, defense extra large, the thing is, I just don't think it's that powerful, to be honest. I'm in blue sharpness. I could sharpen. I'm just going to run down there. I don't really care. Yeah, he says it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, cool. Ah, darn. See, oh, snap. Are we going to get this? Oh, damn. She blocked the rock with her head. So close to hitting that. If I had actually landed that, she would have taken so much damage there. So you can see right there in my buffs that attack up large is waiting to activate. He's returned. They're all returning. Let's go ahead and activate this for ourselves. Alright, there's attack up extra large. That's just for us. We'll queue it back up. And what's going to happen is, when they come down to fight her, I'm going to give them that attack up extra large buff, and then I'm going to give them the might seed as well. And you will know I already drank Mega Demon Drug, and I don't think anyone's died, so everyone's still got the Mega Demon Drug active.
Good work, Vipers. Now get out there and show us how it's done.
Here, Kulve. She thinks she's going to whip me with that sexy tail. I don't think so. I don't think so, Kulve. Right, we need to break that tail, actually. I've done this way too many times. Oh, I thought that was going to land. That was me rolling through the tail. Rolling through it again. Smacking her. Oh! Well, that's not good. That was pretty close. Concentrate your attack on her horns! So everyone's here. Let's go ahead and... oops, I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and set down our Mega Barrel Bombs. There they are. 1, 2. And let's go ahead and queue up the attack up extra large. I was supposed to do that earlier. We're going to go ahead and eat this might seed, right? We're going to get away from her because I do not want to die. Actually, I probably should have gotten even further away. Alright, so there's the attack up large. Ooh, I should have finished off my self-improvement as well. I did not do that. Well, we can do it now because she's not going anywhere. Alright. So now we got the self-improvement buff as well. 1,512 attack for me. Nice. And then actually with the hunting horn, your best attack is this right here. It's called the super pound. So that's the double hit. And this is the golf swing. Ah, man. That freaking ceiling was falling right on my head. Oh my god, it got me twice. You can see it does a sizable amount of damage. It was about... Ooh, let's get close. Let's get close. Nice, 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 nice. Wait, do we break her tail? I don't even remember. I don't think we broke her tail yet. Wait, that's broken. Yeah, the tail's broken. Tail's broken. Let's go ahead and put on the fireproof mantle. We queue up. Oh, doesn't matter. She's dead. Got her. Gameconomist, do you have the sonorous decoration? It improves hunting horn abilities. Oh my gosh, I think I forgot it on this build. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I was using hunting horn against Lava Seath the other night, and I was definitely putting it on those builds. I think I forgot to put it on this one. Let's take a look. Yeah, I totally forgot sonorous. That explains why the attack up large was ending so quickly. Damn. Kulve Taroth Golden Spiral Horn. Wow, look at that, a melded weapon. Wow, melded weapons. Where does she even get all these weapons from? Does it make sense? I don't even know where it comes from, honestly. I should have done Glider Mantle, by the way, for you guys. Have you guys seen Glider Mantle in Stage 4? It's pretty fun. Because you get this pillar in the middle, and you can just, like, fly and continually do jump attacks on the monster. It's really only good if your weapon has a nice, strong jump attack, honestly. But the hunting horn actually does have a good jump attack. The hunting horn, the hammer, and the greatsword, I imagine. Actually, if you guys didn't know this, the hunting horn does tons of damage when it gets the final attack off on the mount. After the mount minigame, you get to smack the monster in the head like 3 freaking times. It's ridiculous. Alright, so you guys kind of got to see, in my opinion, the whole point of the hunting horn. If you want to do it... Kitty, are you meowing? If you want to get the most damage out with your hunting horn, give the team Mega Demon Drug, give the team Might Seed, or, you know, if you want to get really crazy, give them the Demon Pill and the Demon Powder, right? And then give them the attack up extra large, and your whole team's just going to be doing tons of damage. It's not just you, the whole team gets the benefit of that, and that's what's so powerful about it. And for you bowgun users, if you didn't know this, you can actually use demon ammo as well, and that stacks on top of the attack up extra large buff. I was told they stack. I suppose I should actually test it with somebody. Somebody confirmed that it stacked, but it's always better to confirm it yourself, isn't it? Economist, how do you get the single run boxes? I have no idea what you mean by single run boxes. Kulve Taroth is complete. Let's go see what we get. What are we at? We're at 2 hours. Should I wrap it up here or should I play one more, guys? I'll let you guys decide. Kulve Taroth, obtain rewards. 6 rewards here. Let's see what we get. Gold Paralysis Flute. Gold Ice. Nothing I need. Kiara Sword Water. That's what I'm trying to say. The water weapons have actually been very good, in my opinion. We'll go ahead and take that. Tarot Pipe Sleep. I could take a second one of these, honestly. Take a second one, in case I want to augment it differently. Do it for me, please. Okay, I'll do one more for Voltaic. Voltaic, is that how I say your name? What weapon would you guys like to see? Hunting Horn is easy, in my opinion. It really is. You just give everyone that really OP buff. Kiara Buster Bomber. Oh, search for Kiara Salt Horn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real fast. I said I would do that. There's Water, Spark, Griffin Bazooka, Magma, Rage, Ice Water. There's Terrace Assault, Support, and Kiara Salt Ice. I don't have it. Yeah, I actually don't have it. So I'm still missing that one. We will keep grinding her then. Let's see. Heavy Bowgun, Charge Blade, Dual Blade, Heavy Bowgun, Heavy Bowgun. Oh, that's Knife Fight doing Heavy Bowgun over and over again. Great Sword, Sword and Shield. Voltaic says greatsword. We'll do greatsword for him. Greatswording it up. I believe this is it, right? Ooh, this is a stage 4 one. That's not the one then. I think this one is the one. Yep, part breaker 3. We're gonna remove the heavy artillery. You know, you just don't need it, to be honest. And what can we replace it with? 2 levels of crit eye. Easy. And we're gonna save that. Alright. Alright. Knife-Eye's sad. Knife-Eye, I play Heavy Bowgun all the time. Have you not seen my YouTube channel? It's like all I do. Begin the siege. Accept this quest. Yes. And we'll go ahead and eat just because we're hungry. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry in the real world. I gotta go eat. I gotta eat a lunch. What time is it? It's 2:30? Yeah, I gotta eat a lunch. I gotta work on a video for you guys. I'm making it, I'm gonna make a... What should I make? I'm gonna make a Great Gyrus complete strategy guide for fighting Great Gyrus. God, they have a lot of cool monsters that... In this game, they have a lot of cool monsters that just aren't difficult enough, you know? They don't have good rewards, and they're pushovers. You barely have to fight them. All they would have to do is just raise the difficulty of all of them. That's all they have to do, and... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Great Gyros. Arch-Tempered Great Gyros. That would be fun. Kiara Assault Horn has the same ammo types as Empress Assault Ruin. So, Distorted Colors, can you tell me, is it stronger than the regular Taroth Assault Horn? That's what I'm curious about. Having depression as ailment. Yeah, we'll shoot depression at the monsters and they'll commit... What is it? Supoku? Is that the word? I don't know the word. They go to bed. They don't come out of their nest. Arch-Tempered Wiggler is coming this March. What if they actually released a monster and it was like a Wiggler King or something like that? That would be cool. I'd vote for that. Supuku. Is it Seppuku? I don't know how to say it. They will they will commit soy sauce. Alright, jump. Track run. This is a track run. Let me just remind everyone because you never know. Track run. Ray, Bunny, and God. We have God on our side, guys. We can't lose this war. We have God on our side. Everybody says that. I have God on my side. God blesses America, but not the other places in the world. That's one of the things that made me, when I was younger, that was one of the things that made me question the Republican Party. Like, how do you guys actually get away with believing stuff like that? It just seems kind of small-minded almost. I'm not going to get into that, though. I'm not going to get into that. We'll talk about the video game. Let's stress you guys out with politics here. Politics and religion. The two most wanted things that people want you to talk about in your stream. Hey, Economist. First time watching your stream. Your videos are awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Tevin. Is it Tevin? I think it's Tevin. He's like, no, it's Tevin. Squirrel goes, wait, what? There is the Wiggler Queen already. You can capture her at night. And oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, there is a Wiggler Queen. This is true. For anyone that did not know. If you send to a friend request on Xbox, will you accept me? Maybe. Honestly, I don't really use the friend function on Xbox that much. I actually have some old Xbox friends who I actually do say hi to every now and then, but if you notice, if you send me an invite right now, I actually won't even know because I have it turned off for recording purposes. I don't want my screen to constantly be showing me messages and constantly be showing me friend updates and stuff like that. So I always have it turned off and I never know what's going on. It's just true. You sound like a friendly cartoon character. That's not true. I'm an edgy cartoon character. I'm the mysterious cartoon character where I seem like a bad guy, but I'm actually a good guy, and everybody's like, "Wow, that character is so badass." That's not true at all. Solo Wing says, "May May RNG bless you. I need that. Apparently, I need that assault horn. The Kiara assault horn. Yeah, I don't have that. Kulve, why are you looking around, man? We're right in front of you. She's like blind. In stage 1, Kulve Taroth is blind. In stage 2, Kulve Taroth is like, she can see you. What changed? Did she put her contacts on? I think she puts her contacts on. And then she can see you. See, right now she's walking around, she's going, where are my contacts? I dropped them. That's why she keeps going in and out of her den. She doesn't know where she dropped her contacts. Oh shoot, I'm the one doing damage. Oh oops. What am I doing? I'm talking so much to you guys. I completely forgot. We're doing tracks only right now. Tracks only. Let's run back and grab all the tracks. It's because I'm talking to you guys. Maybe that's a skill, you know, for people who stream. Maybe that's a skill, being able to play the game accurately and being able to talk to the chat room. Because I think the live stream is a lot more enjoyable when I'm talking to you guys. Oh, here we are. Footprints. I think it's a lot more enjoyable when I can talk and play at the same time. But it is really hard to actually play the game and answer your questions. So I do stuff like that. I drop the boulder on her head. Alright, she just went in there, which means she's coming out over here. Level up your ADD skill. Attention deficit. Oh, did I just kick that animal? That's abuse. PETA's gonna come after me. I just kick that horseshoe crab. Remember that you're doing Greatsword for all the persons that are here, right guys? 3. Bam. Such a cool weapon. Did you guys see the video where I did the Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls? Yeah, there was a Moonlight Greatsword Dark Souls mod, and it looked pretty freaking fancy. I would be using it now, but this is the console, and you can't mod on the console, which is kind of sad. We could actually break the back of her tail if we wanted, and it would not make her go into stage 2. Gameconomist, what lance would you recommend for Lavasieth? Ooh, that's a good question. Excuse me. So, if you wanted optimal damage output, I know which one's going to do optimal damage output. It's going to be the Kiar Water. So, Kiar Water, but if you use that one, you're also going to have the Mind's Eye decoration in order to be using it. Now, if you don't have that, your second best bet is going to be the Taroth Crest Claw. And once again, it would be nice if you had the Mind's Eye decoration, because eventually he will harden, and you're going to get 1 deflection when he hardens. After the 1 deflection, you're going to turn him red because you're going to use, rather than 1 level of Elementalist, you're going to use 1 level of Free Element, and the Free Element is going to unlock your fire damage, and that's going to cause him to be heated during the fight. Kiara Assault Horn is not good. He's just missing it. Yeah, it's true. I'm missing it. I like the Taroth Assault Horn in the actual game. I just never have a reason to use it. Chase says, I can never kill the behemoth. Well, Chase, that's because you haven't joined our Discord and asked for help. Kiara Assault lets you use multiple ammo types on 1 gun. Gameconomist, what gun lance do you recommend for Lavasieth? For Lavasieth, since you're not going to be using your melee attack, well, why don't you go watch my Lavasieth guide? There's an actual build for a gun lance in the Lavasieth guide. But basically, to answer your question, you want the long shelling gun lance. King Gold Exploder's my choice. And yeah, if you want to know more about fighting Lavasieth, I have a video on it, guys. I made a 20-minute long, very detailed Lavasieth guide, chock full of tips. Chock full of all the tips I know you're all hoping to have. So you can go watch that if you'd really like some good tips. I worked hard on that. And you're like, Gameconomist, you're live. Can you just give out all that information for free? The truth is I can. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. What's the best greatsword? I bet it's the Wyvern Ignition. Nah, it's the... I don't know. I don't know enough. I don't even know enough greatswords to make a joke out of that because I can't name one other greatsword. Anguish? I don't know. I guess that's one. Yeah, Anguish. Wyvern, Ignition, Impact, Greatsword. Any more tracks? Sometimes she leaves like one more track as she's running down. Yeah, I don't see any other tracks. The Jagras Hacker. Jagras Hacker. He's talking about an actual Jagras who's a computer hacker. All right. That was 7 minutes and 46 seconds. Reggie Jagachunga's sword is Bay. Is it Reggae or is it Reggie? I think it's Reggae, right? Reggae Jagachunga's sword. Shoot the Gajalakas with Crystal Burst to clear your radar. Other greatswords look cool, but not nearly as good. The Devil Joe Greatsword can be the strongest. The Devil Joe Greatsword can, too, the strongest single hit. I don't know if that's true. Alright, it says Pursuit level 2. I'm going to bet that there's still some teams out, though. Oh, that's Pursuit 3. And we have one more team we're waiting on. So we'll wait for that last team because they might bring it up to 4. And while we're at it, let's go back to the trade yard and pick up our harvest box. I love the hunting horn. I like being more powerful than useless greatsword mains. Oh, you hear that greatsword mains? He's talking smack on you. David Larson. Oh yeah, I meant that reggae is the Norwegian word for it. Whoops. For Reggie? See, David, I don't know any Norwegian. I'm not that educated. You know 2 languages because you've been well educated. I'm in America where you get educated like terribly. So all I know is bad English. Scepter says TDS did damage reforward with Joe Greysword. I don't know what you're saying. Any chance you're playing bow in this stream? Nope, the stream is almost over. We're going to have one more run where we actually break our horns, and then I'm going to head off and do other things. Yeah, the streams, we get one more run against Kulve, and then I'm going to pop off. Let's go ahead and collect these bitter bugs. We're at almost 3,000. I think I'll stop at 3,000 for those. And we got to head back to the Gathering Hub. Can I be in the run if I'm in the session, Dark Sonic? I just kind of let whoever joins join. I don't really pick teammates at all. TDS deals 6,000 damage, Greatsword with Devil Joe. Oh. David Larson says, I'm not well educated, just playing too much video games. Yeah, my education was pretty bad, actually, if you guys didn't know that. When I was younger, my family decided to homeschool me. And let me tell you, some parents are very good at homeschooling. And usually it's parents who have been college educated themselves. And then some parents are homeschooling just because they have like weird religious issues or they're afraid of the government. And it turns out those are not good reasons to homeschool your child. You actually have to be a good teacher in order to homeschool your child. So I was homeschooled and learned nothing all the way through high school. I learned essentially nothing. I learned a lot of religious things because my parents were hyper religious. And then I went to college for a very, very difficult degree in computer science, and I found myself constantly having to work extremely hard to catch up with ideas like in trigonometry and in calculus that other people just seemed to already know. And of course I didn't know it because I got terrible math education as a homeschooler. Homeschooling was nice for like reading and writing, that was fine, but when it comes to like mathematics, you actually have to have a teacher who knows what they're doing. You can't just have mom tell you, okay, here's your book, do this thing in the book. You know, it doesn't really work that way. She actually has to know. Zephy says, thanks, religion. Yeah. Religion hits again. Well, and I don't know. I think my parents had beliefs about homeschooling that they were told by other people. Homeschooling is very cultish. I can tell you this because I've been homeschooled. Homeschooling is very cultish. And what homeschooling groups tend to do is they tend to take their brightest students, and they are indeed very bright, and they show it off to the world. They say, look, these kids are homeschooled. They're very, very smart. What they don't show you is that there are plenty of homeschooled kids who are basically flops. Like I was homeschooled pure, right? From kindergarten all the way through. I never touched a public school. But there are a lot of homeschoolers who are just like, they failed in public school, so now the parents pulling them out and they're homeschooling them. And it turns out maybe the kid's just not that smart. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. Homeschooling groups never show off those kids. They never talk about them. They take like the 1 or 2 or 3 really smart kids and they look how good homeschooling is. Really smart kid, right? That's exactly what they do. And it doesn't give you a full appreciation for what's really going on, unfortunately. Henlo says, religion is daddy. Religion is the daddy that tells you to be a man but touches you at night because you're a sinner. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? It seems that way with some religions anyways. Catholic Church, looking at you. Weren't you looking for bilingual, by the way? Yes, so I'm curious about maybe paying people to translate subtitles for my videos in the future, especially particular videos. I'm especially interested in somebody who's fluent in German, Korean, and Japanese. Those are the audiences that I would like to target with my videos. German, Japanese, and Korean. So I was asking around for people who are bilingual, and I don't really know how much it costs to have your videos translated, which is one of the problems because I don't want to like spend a whole bunch of money on something that doesn't really matter. Yeah, longest track run ever. Yeah, they're taking a long time. So I don't really know what the worth of translating a video is, and I don't really know if it will help pull in a new audience. I have no idea. One thing that is true about my YouTube channel is I do constantly try to experiment. I do try to do that. Gameconomist, I can do French or Arab. Oh, very interesting. See, I'm not sure how large of a French and Arab audience there is, though, for Monster Hunter. That's the problem. If I'm going to be paying for translations, I probably should be paying for the largest non-speaking audiences. That would be my target. And my guess would be definitely Japanese. I strongly suspect Korean because they love video games over there. And then my YouTube statistics actually reveals that my largest international audience is German speaking. So that would be the third one. Come on, man. They haven't returned from this fight yet. It's because they're not track running. They're not track running. They're definitely breaking parts. And they have a decent team too, which means it could take a little while. Well, oh, there we go. It's over. Let's see. Yep, there we are. Pursuit 4. Let's go ahead and start. There we are. They brought it up to Pursuit 4. Non-speaking meaning mute. No, when I mean non-English speaking, I mean people who could only understand my video if they had subtitles in their language. Oh, Dark Sonic, are you in the actual group? Here, let's go ahead and pay for food real fast. I'll eat the basic one. Why not? All Germans talk English pretty much. Oh, really? German makes no sense. Most of them speak English well enough. I see what you're saying. I can speak Persian, German, French, and English. Nathrak says Chinese, German, Spanish, Korean, and French and Russian are most spoken by gamers, I believe. Really? I didn't think the Chinese owned... I don't know much about the Chinese. That's the truth. I don't know about if they play a lot of video games, if they play a lot of AAA titles. I don't know any of that. Oh, Dark Sonic goes, no, the slots are taken. You're funny. I speak English and weak German. Lucian Lopez speaks Spanish. Spanish is a good idea. Well, the thing is, I don't really know how large of a Monster Hunter audience there is for Spanish speakers. I know that there must be a large audience for Japanese speakers because it's typically seen as a Japanese game. And then there, Ismail says I speak anime. Sadly, you leave after this. I was so close. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dark Sonic. If you want to know ahead of time when I'm going to be doing a live stream, be sure to join the Discord and give yourself the Xbox LFG role, okay? It's called the Xbox LFG role. All you have to do to gain it is you have to click on the emote. There's an emote in the LFG roles channel. You click on the emote, you'll get the Xbox LFG role, and what happens is when I'm getting started up, I always ping everybody who has the Xbox LFG role before we get started. All right, who's not pushing start? Rice says, I speak Korean. What? That makes sense. Well, I don't know if you'd be interested in doing any translations. I haven't, you know, it's just something I'm ready to experiment with. I don't really know where it will take me if I try it. We did, oh, right, this is an actual attack run. We gotta play now. Start dropping this on his heads. Yeah, we can't wait too much longer. Also, I should be using my large barrel bombs. Horn gold plate broken. Very good. Large barrel bombs. Oh, that sucks. She's gonna stand up. Yep. Nice. Giant horns chipped. We got it done in stage 1. She's gonna roar. Is she gonna roar? Oh, I hit a Gajulaka underneath. I was like, what's going on there? I would love to help with the German. Oh, there we go. We'll focus on her arm here. And our arm's broken. And we don't really have anything else we can reach. Everything else is out of reach. Is she gonna turn red now? Nope, she is still not red. Can you use dual blades for the next stream? I'll definitely think about it. Because I do have the Kiar Thunder dual blades. Whoa, she's moving fast. Oh good, that's a knockdown as well. Huh. Is there anything that you can knock down on her? Her arm, her back arm. Oh, now she's red. Now she's mad. Alright. Gameconomist. I talk 4 languages. Nice, man. I can talk English and bad English. Those are my 2 languages. Aren't there supposed to be... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, isn't there supposed to be barrel bombs for me to collect here? Translating in my country costs 90 per hour, which is a lot of money. I hope some fans can help. Yeah, ultimately, with translating, oops, it wouldn't really make sense to pay for translating if it doesn't actually turn into more views. Does that make sense? So if nobody actually views the video, was no point in paying for it, and that's probably the hardest part of it. So I don't mind paying for translations. David Larson, it means nice to meet you. He glegi amote deg. I probably did. I'm sure I butchered that because I'm sure your alphabet does not sound the same as our alphabet. David Larson, man, thanks for the donations. Now I can afford my lunch. I'll have this spicy noodles today. Come here, Kulve. Hey, even the ending clipped her. Potato says I can speak Dutch, English, a bit of French, and a little bit of German. I will have the spicy noodles for lunch, not the sad. No bread and water for me today. No bread and water. I'm gonna have the spicy noodles, and I'm gonna put cheese in it. I'm gonna get fat. All right, let's go ahead and sharpen. Enjoy your noodles. Actually, believe it or not, I did have noodles last night. I'm not even kidding. I had hot noodles last night. Gameconomist ain't the smartest tool in the shed. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to have a funny comeback for everything everyone has to say. That's the way this works. I gotta ask, when did you learn the Konami number? What is he talking about? Konami number. Oh, don't move! Oh my god, of course she moved. That's just what she does. Oh, and somebody else broke the back of her tail anyways. That was pointless. Arm is broken. We can't even break her there's just nothing to do. She's getting wrecked right now. I don't know if you guys knew this about me. I'm actually very good at cooking. I cook all the time. It's because I had 11 siblings, and in my family, they always picked me for cooking the food. And they always thought I seasoned it really well, but the trick is just that you add more salt than anyone else does, and then it tastes good. Because that's how you make good tasting food. You just add salt. But I cooked a whole bunch at home, and then I got older, and I left home when I was pretty young, so I cooked for myself. And then my fiance, no one in her family cooks at all. Like, they do zero cooking. The most cooking they might do is like cheese and crackers. That to them is cooking. They do not do cooking. And so she doesn't know how to cook anything. And I just do 100% of the... Oh, I'm dead. I just do 100% of the cooking for us. And we cook almost all of our meals, not because we have to. We can afford to go out to eat. It's actually because I've been cooking for so long that it just tastes healthier and more to our like tastes when we cook it ourselves. You know what I mean? It just tastes better at home. Your family is salty. Why didn't you block? Oh my god, because I didn't even think of it. Great sword can block. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Witcher quest should be in about 3 hours. Come here, Kulve. I'm gonna chop you up. Yep, he was right. Blocking works. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm good. Am I gonna get to sharpen this, or are these Gajalakas gonna interrupt? Oh, he missed because his little friend was in the way. He missed me because the other Gajalaka was in front of him, and the other Gajalaka didn't want to attack me because he's friendly. Get some of that mounting damage done. You know what we should do? We should actually go back for stage 4 and pick up the actual full damage build that I have, and we'll also pick up the glider mantle, just for fun. Laughs in blocking. Wow, I can't believe we didn't get enough armor breaks on her. It felt like we did. It felt like we did a ton. Apparently not. Third area reached. Let's get some of this stamina back. Alright, let's start dropping the boulders. Oh, good. Alright, so walk forward, Kulve. Falling boulder. We're gonna go for the arm. I aimed toward him, so I'd blow up all his mines for him. Let's go ahead and get to the back of the room. I did the little ping to get my teammates' attention. Come on, Kulve. Oh, she's shooting. Don't shoot me. Oh, I don't know how much range that has, but it scares me. Is she going to use her rolling attack? It feels like she's going to use her rolling attack. Oh, nope. She's going to shoot again. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I don't know who she's aiming for. That scared me. Oh, don't turn her around. Don't turn her around, you guys. Don't shoot her from back there. Oh my god, we got 1 life left. Uh-oh, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. We could actually drop the other one right now, I think. Alright, that chunk of tail broke. I'm actually expecting her to shed when she stands up. I'm going to wait to see if she sheds. There she goes. Alright, I'm dropping the boulder. It didn't land. That's too bad. There's nothing you can do about it because as soon as she comes out, she's going to do that roar. Ooh, I clipped her tail on the way out. There's nothing you can do about it just because she is going to roar and run onto stage 4 very quickly. So the most you can do is begin the boulder falling before she escapes. And then if you're lucky, she moves into it and then you're going to get a knockdown. You're going to get bonus damage, maybe on her head, maybe on her tail. Alright, so check it out. Here is an actual high damage setup, and instead of the fireproof mantle, we're actually going to go with the glider mantle for fun. So check it out. You can see the full Draken. Full Draken. I suppose if I were going to do a little more damage, actually I could get more damage on it if I dropped Bombardier. So I could have dropped Bombardier and I could have used the Damascus coil, and that would have given me a little bit more damage. Let's get down to the bottom here. Look at that, we've already got cool drinks, huh? We'll go ahead and drink that. It's fine. What jump? Ooh, I hope nobody dies. I could be the one that dies. I don't want to be the one that dies. I want somebody else to die. If somebody's going to die and make us look silly, it shouldn't be me. It should be somebody else. Bunny's going to use sleep. Alright. Oh, she's going to sleep right now. Alright, so there's one set of Mega Barrel Bombs. What do you guys think? Do you think I can get the True Charge Slash? Oh, it knocked me away. I suck. Knocked everyone away. Ah, that hit her leg. It didn't hit her head at all. Too close to her. She's mad. Let's run back to her tail and see if we can get some damage on that tail. Because we got to break this if we want full rewards. And we do want full rewards. Alright, Temporal Mantle's going on. Because I don't want to die. People are using sticky ammo on her tail? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Do a little flip there. See, you don't even need to try. You get the flippy mantle. Oh, this is too nice right here. Look at this. I will take that. Oh, there it goes. It's broken. That was easy. That was some good luck right there. What was that? That was a KO on her. I could tell. She got KO'd. I might not even get to use the glider mantle. She might die before I use it. Oh, she's going to get mounted. She is definitely getting mounted. Kulve, you don't scare me, Kulve. Man, that must hurt. Wow, we did not have any mount damage on her, basically. So here's the glider mantle for those of you who have never seen this. Actually, I didn't really get to show it off there because she was so close I didn't need to. Here, I'll show it off from back here. So you jump, and the glider mantle's gonna let you. Oh, I got knocked out of the sky like a bug. Okay. She's scaring me. She's scaring me. Max potion. Here we are, floating on by. There we go. There's the mount. Easy. So if you're using a weapon that, like a greatsword or a hammer or a hunting horn, and it's going to do a lot of damage in a single move in the air, you can consider bringing the glider mantle, and this will give you an easy mount, first of all. And second of all, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. You can actually float over and aim for her horns. She's so dead. She is in trouble. Oh, they're going to use cluster bombs on her, though. I'm not going to be able to get close. Yeah, that's the downside to doing clusters, guys. Can I hit her from over here, maybe? Oh, her horns are broken. Very nice. Alright. Strip off her coat and mount her. That's not appropriate. Toxic masculinity. Toxic. Hi guys, would just like to confirm that the movie with Scooby-Doo and zombies is real and not a figment of your imagination. Voltaig says laughs in Greatsword. Greatsword continues to be a great weapon. You know why? Because it does tons of damage, and that's what really matters in this game. Tons of damage matters. It's also very fun. I think it has one of the best feeling hits in video games. It's one of the things that Monster Hunter has really going for it, is the way that chunky feeling you get when you swing the weapon, and the way the big damage number pops up when you land it. That looks really good. All right. Why didn't you charge the mounting attack? I don't know. Maybe because I'm stupid. I thought I did. I thought I did charge it. The video does not match up with the sound. Is it that I'm talking early? Is that it? I'm probably talking early. Look at these guys. They're jealous because I brought a glider mantle and they didn't. Look at that glider mantle. He knocked me out. I'm calling the police. Whee! They're jealous. They just want me. They want me to fall down because they're jealous because I have something they don't. The sound comes out before the video, so what I'll do is I'll add a greater delay to the sound to see if that fixes it. All right. Let's go ahead and take these. I got one warped face stone. It's a meaningless footing decoration, of course it is. Reward level 17. That was 2 runs, guys. 2 runs. You're talking like 2 seconds early. Whew, 2 seconds is actually pretty... That's a pretty large lag, actually. So, are you sure it's 2 seconds and not like a split second? Let me know, like, how big is the gap, actually? Alright, here we go. We got the rewards. Let's see what we get.
Hi.
Let's take a gander. We got the 6 rewards. That's good enough for me. It's less than a second, Potato says. Okay, that's good. So that's good. You're freaking me out with the whole 2 second lag. That'd actually be pretty insufferable. Taroth Arrow Blast, King, Decay, Water. How do you like that? How do you like that, guys? I didn't even get any weapons. You can spend 35 minutes as probably an expert player farming Kulve Taroth and get 0 useful rewards. This is why Kulve Taroth is ridiculous. Bunny says he got the Charge Blade. Alright guys, well that is definitely the end of the stream. I have finished Kulve Taroth for 3 rounds. We've been playing for 2 hours and 44 minutes, which means that it took shy of 3 hours to get this done 3 times. And that is just a ridiculously long time to try and earn Kulve Taroth rewards. Don't forget the login bonus. Alright guys, well thank you for watching the stream. Maybe I should advertise a few things. I don't know. I got my I got my Lava Seath video made. We got The Witcher coming out soon. I'm probably going to live stream The Witcher. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think I will. I'll go ahead and post a link to the Lava Seath video if you guys didn't actually watch that. I'm sure a lot of you guys did. And when the new Lava Seath event comes out, I'll probably be live streaming that as well. Face revealed when? What are you talking about? I don't have a face. You think I have a face? Lava Thought video? Wiggler video? What if you guys could have me make any video at all? Like if you were me and you could make any video, I love to ask this question. What would you like to make just for fun? I always ask this question because I feel like I learned things from it. I actually had somebody tell me recently that I make a lot of guides and that's great, but he already knows a lot of things about the game and he doesn't need those guides. And it's like, I didn't even think about that maybe there's a lot of people who watch my content who want guides guides that are marketed more toward players who have been playing for a really long time, whether it be guides or news or whatever, right? They don't all necessarily. Sword and Shield versus Charge Blade. Gee, I wonder who will win. Actually, you know, I really do wonder who will win. I don't ever know. Well done stake guide, evade window guide. I'm leaning toward making a how to dodge monster roars guide. I suspect a lot of people don't actually know, but there is an actual method for dodging the roar. So I've thought about making that. Palico guide, handler guide, how to date the handler guide. Funny cat videos. Another one I've thought about doing is how to use mods on the PC to help people actually make sense of it. Killing great Jagras with stone pods. No, I'm not going to be doing that. Explain latent power. Okay, I'm going to explain latent power to you. It's bad. You basically have to take damage for it to activate, or you have to wait a long time and then it activates. And there's just absolutely no reason to take it. You're better off taking weakness exploit, max might, and critical eye. There's your whole latent power guide. But yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and log out. Thank you guys for watching.